Mm. What up, y'all? What's good? What's good? We in this thing. What's happening? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? My soldier boy. What's that? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What's good, man? How y'all doing? What's today? Tuesday? Shout out to the Tuesdays. What we doing? Hey, YouTubes, what's good? I got some things. I got some things. We got some things to discuss. What up? What up? What up, Navi? We got some things to discuss. I couldn't keep my background wasn't coming up, so we ain't here like this. That's how we is on the YouTubes, but y'all know what it is though. Hit that like button, man. Let's get these likes up real quick. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. Charlie against the ropes. Y'all talking to Charles? Just got off work. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations. Just getting off work. Yeah. I've been with my babies all day. We've been hanging out, making videos, doing what we do. I go live when you roll up, Jordy. Ain't that a good thing? Ain't that it's meant to be, right? But yo, Charles getting blocked by everyone today. I can see that. Oh, okay, bet. So, this is what we discussing real quick before before we get into it. I've seen this a lot of times. I've seen a lot of men say this, and it is very interesting, but not in a cool way. But I'm definitely like, what are y'all really trying to say, right? So a lot of men say, I watch what women do, and I don't, listen to what they say. I watch what they do. Basically, they're trying to paint this picture that like women say one thing and then do the other, right? Okay, fair enough. And then when you ask them like, okay, what does that look like? Well, like, what are women doing? You get the GVs of the world talking about they're just sleeping with the dudes that they find attractive, stuff like that, which that is men projecting what men do onto women. That is a prime example of men projecting what men do, right? Because men sleep with women and try to get with women simply based on how they look. Like that's the overriding, the overriding thing is attraction, right? Okay. And then they also give you examples of like, like gold digger type women or whatever the case may be. And then they try to be like, to make the case like, see, none of these women are really in it for love, quote unquote. They just want your money. And then they point to like Dre and Michelle. And I'm like, eh, eh, you know, like that's not most women, that's not most women. Oh no, now women want to be attracted to their lovers. Exactly. Exactly. Um, but it's they try to make it seem like that's the thing that's driving it. It's like it's like so basically they're trying to say like it doesn't matter how bad of a person this man is. He can have 19 felonies for abusing children. Like it doesn't matter. I don't care what it is. If he's cute enough, I'm gonna try to be with him, right? And this one of these guys that comes on the platform, he actually sent me a message, or he commented on one of my posts and was like, are you gonna talk about how all those women were like swooning over Wade, whatever that dude's name is, Wade Watts or whatever his name is, the dude that decapitated those women or whatever. And I was like, yeah, no, Wade Wilson, yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. Who gives a fuck about that? Like, 99.9% of women ain't dating Wade Wilson, right? No, I don't. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see what Amiri's saying before he gets muted for the live. I mean, my cousin got set up over a woman and lost his life. So yeah, I steady watch how women move. Irrelevant. That is 100% irrelevant to the conversation, Amiri. Your cousin got listen to what you're saying. Your cousin got set up by a woman. Who unalived your cousin? Some men. But you watch how women move. You don't see how that's weird. Your cousin got set up by a woman. Got set up by a woman. What up, Logic? And that's fucked up. But your cousin got set up by a woman. But the people who actually harmed him were men. You don't know. Like the thing about, even because I heard this earlier, some jackwagons were talking about women traffic other women more than men do, and I was like, no, that's not true. But even if that were the case, what they would be talking about is how women, manipulate other women into X trafficking, right? A lot of those times, those women are also X trafficked themselves. So it's not like they have an option. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Book of Eli, but it would be essentially that situation when Eli was walking down the road and that woman, that blind woman was like, oh, can you help or whatever? And then he walked over there and then it was those dudes came from behind the stuff and he had to chop some heads. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. So even if that's the case, like I don't like, even if a woman sets a man up, I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, was her life threatened? You know what I mean? Once again, you know what I'm saying? Like I know that's a thing that happens in real life. That's not just a thing that happens in the movies. That's a thing that happens in real life. Also, another movie I just got done watching, which was Jack Reacher, the first one. Jack Reacher, the girl in there at the bar. It was a part of the movie where this girl sits down. She starts talking to him. She basically like starts an argument with him. These dudes walk up, they pose as her brother. They're like, oh, you're getting into it with my sister, and he's like, no, whatever. And it was like, outside, buddy. And it was all a setup, you know what I'm saying? And she's in on it, but then he found her afterwards and was like, pretty much like, what, like, who hired you, whatever. And she was like, yeah, when Billy asks you to do something, you usually do it. Like, you got to do it, pretty much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when women set men up, there's a threat of violence there for them. If they say, nah, I'm not going to do it, their life is at risk now. But you watch how women move. Ain't that weird? You don't understand what I'm saying? Scoob, come up. Well, come up and have a conversation, brother. We'll mute you for the live. You can come up and get unmuted though. What exactly does that quote mean? What quote? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that quote means. What up, bro? Hold on. There you go. Hello? Can you hear me? Yes, sir.
No, I was just genuinely asking, like, what does that mean? Like, I watch what women do and not what they say.
Yeah, so what men are trying to say is that women say one thing, right? And then they do the opposite. Or they like, so let's say they'll say like, women will be like, I don't care how much money you make. I just want you, to treat me nice or treat me good. I'm just, boiling down simple shit. And then the men are like, well, I see all these girls with pretty boys who are treating them bad. So these girls are lying. They don't really, they what they really want is a pretty boy or a dude who makes a lot of money. So I'm not listening to what they say no more. I'm watching what they do. That's the whole point of that.
So basically, they contradict themselves.
Hold on. My fault. Okay. I had you plugged into my headphones. That's what it was. All right, go ahead. You said basically what?
Like basically they contradict themselves. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't actually think. Yeah, that's what they're trying to. Yeah. They're trying to make the case that women are like contradicting themselves.
Everybody's a contradiction. Everybody has these quirks about themselves that may not, be what they say. In my opinion.
I'm not saying that. No, yeah, I don't. I mean, no, I don't. I think it's a different thing to say like nobody's perfect, and and we all have you could say like, oh, I would never cheat on my girl, right? I'm just hypothetical, and then your girl but then like Beyonce is you're like get out of, you know what I mean? Like even your girl is like, nah, that's your past, you know what I mean? Whatever, right? Like that. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm talking about. That's something completely different. But the way that these men are trying to frame it is like women are like just straight up lying, like they're manipulating us.
Okay, like you just can't trust shit.
You just can't trust what they're saying because they're telling you they want a nice man and a smart man and a kind man and a generous man, but then they're turning around and dating the drug dealer or the dude who got 19 baby mamas.
That's just some ego shit that dudes got to get over because you might just not be that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no, I agree. I get it.
Yeah, and then like I said, they say like all they do is project on the women what the stuff that men do, because men as a group, I'm not saying you or me personally,
right,
but men as a group, what we say, we're very vague in our descriptions of what we look for in a partner, right? We say, what have you heard men say when they describe, just generally speaking, what are some of the things they say they want in a woman?
Okay, so men, they're, oh, I want the bad chick, I want the thick one, whatever, cute.
They also, don't they say
it's usually physical.
Yeah, but don't they also say stuff like we don't want girls that like we like are
we want feminine women.
We want natural
women that's real masculine.
No, we want natural women.
Oh yeah, natural women.
Right? We want natural women. We want submissive women, or we want a woman to be our peace. We just want love. We want, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, right? Okay, cool.
Right.
What man don't, but then turn around and those same dudes, if you look on their algorithm, if you look on their feeds, all the videos that they done seen for the last 3 days is wigs, weaves, lashes, BBLs, twerking, like all the women they say they can't stand. Those are the very women that are all on their feed. Those are all the women that they're following. They got a subscription or two to a OnlyFans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit I'm talking about. Or when they say, I just want a woman to be my peace, what does it actually mean to them? What are they really saying? I want a woman to be my peace. Okay, what does that look like? What does that sound like to you? And usually what it sounds like is what they're really saying is, I just want a woman to be a doormat. I don't want a woman to challenge me. I don't want a woman to hold me responsible for my actions, so on and so forth. That's typically what I'm saying. So I don't listen to men. like this is like this is projection for men. I don't listen to what they say. I watch what they do. That's what I do with men, because men mask and lie constantly. But with women are telling me exactly what they want, and I'm seeing them either act like wait for that guy, right? try to make their man into that guy, which is also a part of it, because they do try to make that man into the guy that they want, or just stay away from men altogether.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I see that every single day. I'm very rarely seeing these girls that are like just getting with dudes strictly because they find them physically attractive. Without any of the, or without much of the other things going on for them, like not a nice guy, not a generous guy, not an intelligent guy, none of that, like all of that stuff out the window. Just, oh, he's fine, he's built, he's whatever. I very rarely see women as a collective. I very rarely see women going after dudes simply because they have money as well. Very rarely. So I watch what men do, and I don't really listen to what men say.
Sometimes I see it, but that's just based off people that they strive off survival. You know what I'm saying? They were built for survival, not built for love. Which that's how I see it sometimes.
Who?
Like the women that strictly is about $1, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Usually they are really just trying to strive for survival. They're not striving for love all that much. If you get,
I don't know about that. I don't think those women, I don't know about that. I don't think gold diggers are just out here trying. They're not like, that's the lie that a lot of men tell. A lot of men tell the lie about the gold digger being like some broke woman that's just looking for a way out. Right. But you got to think, to be a gold digger, to have access to these men, you got to have a little something yourself. How are you getting into these spots to meet these men? You ain't just getting in on beauty. There's tons of beautiful women. There's tons of beautiful women. So more than likely, the women that are getting access to dudes with money, they also have a little something. They got something going on. They not dumb. They not, you know what I mean? Like a lot of them do. I'm not saying all, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying a lot of what men perceive to be gold diggers are women who already have their own, and they're like, nah, I'm not settling for less than this. You're going to have to elevate me. You're going to have to really take me to the next level. Because I'm not looking at some woman that works at the Piggly Wiggly, or some woman that works at a grocery store, and no knock on those people. But I'm not looking at, some woman making $65,000 a year trying to marry a dude who making $90,000 a year as a gold digger. That's right. Not my definition of a gold digger.
But that's what I've seen sometimes, and it's just like, that's not really conducive if you're trying to be a gold digger, because you still kind of within your bracket. You know what I'm saying? You're not really going up for the higher echelon of men that you say you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, or these guys are really good at selling you a dream, and they're buying it.
What do you mean?
Like women, some of the women that I've seen that have been gold diggers,
mm-hmm.
they'll date, or they'll talk to dudes, or try to play dudes that's not really making any money, but they have these big ideas of what they really want, and they're not going to get it from these guys, or these guys will be selling them a dream, and they'll be buying it.
Wait, so you're saying that they just misassess like what these men can provide, and they get tricked?
Right.
Yeah, that could happen. But gold diggers know how to spot gold. So, you know what I mean? Like gold diggers know how to spot the gold. So you said what?
There's fool's gold out here too.
I know, but it's hard. Okay. It's hard to, you got the car, you got the house, you got the jewelry, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got the money to trick, you got the money to spend, whatever the case may be. I mean, how do you have that money and it not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, like, where's the, there's a lot of fraudulent people out here, don't get me wrong, but that's hard. That's a hard facade. Like you got something. I don't know where you got it from. It could even be fleeting. It could be like, running out or whatever the case may be. But you got something though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you got that's something. You got something.
Okay, yeah, I get it. No, I just seen that you had sent me an invite, and I just wanted to get some clarification on the quote. But I appreciate you.
No problem, brother. I appreciate you coming up, man.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too, man. What is the dude saying? What's his name? Teeth? Oh, women date all types of men. Yeah, they do. Absolutely, they do. Oh. Plutie. Hello?
I'm so sorry. I'm not supposed to be on.
Okay.
My son was messing with my phone. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. That was funny. Y'all don't judge her. She was going through some things with that baby. You know, them babies be wilding. But kids don't give a fuck. But yeah, so I think that most of the time that's the issue. That's the issue with men. It's a lot of projection going on. What says it? Ija?
Yeah,
Ija. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Man, there's a few things, and you tell me what you think, man. Most women talk about they want a six-figure man. These are not single women saying that. You know, they usually, I would have to ask, they usually are single parents, but not single women. So I would dare to ask them, is their baby daddy a six-figure man? Because he was your first choice.
Are you saying that? Wait, you're saying single mothers? Most women.
That argument of talking about a six-figure man or a high-figure man, or what their criteria are. I can see that with a single female with no children. She's going through life, going through college. I'm thinking of my daughter, for example. I can see that in that. But like if my daughter had a baby, how could she be talking about she wants and what a six-figure man? Well, let's examine the man you had the baby with.
What if your daughter was making six figures when she had a baby? Should she still not expect to be with the six-figure man?
Oh, well, we'll have to examine the first choice, right?
No. Let's go back. What if your daughter is making six figures or close to six figures? Why should she can't expect to be with the man that makes six figures?
Oh, that's birds of a feather gonna flock together.
Wait. That's the point, right? You're right, because that's what the stats prove too. Statistically, people who make the same people who get married and they date within the same socioeconomic status, right? So women who make $60,000 date men who make around $60,000. Men who make $100,000 typically date women who make around $100,000, like so on and so forth. So you're right. So what are you talking about? Most women are not out here asking for a man who makes six figures because most women don't make six figures.
I agree to that. But if you listen to the platform of the conversation throughout TikTok, you hear that the majority of them are saying, well, he has to have this and that.
What's this? You got to be, wait. Ija, please don't be, I don't know when you talk to other people, but when you talk to me, I need for you to be specific. I need details. So when you say they're asking for this and that, what is the this and that specifically? What are they asking for?
Oh, well, they're saying that they have criteria. So he has to be making at least 6 figures.
That's what most women you're hearing on TikTok. That's what most of the women on TikTok are saying.
Let me share my perspective first of all. I'm 58 years old and I was married for 20 years. Done all that stuff. So I'm not talking. I got a 21-year-old grandson, bro. I'm not really trying to talk from a perspective of what young people are doing. I'm just trying to really just share a perspective of this. All right, so let's go back to it. There's the younger females. I mean, if they're not coming out of college, bro, I can't even see them even expecting to be around even the parents of somebody making 6 figures. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, my thing is, birds of a feather don't flock together. You see homeless couples out there, bro. Like, it ain't really what the man makes that makes relationships and make marriages. So, it's kind of a out of orbit conversation, or the orbit of the conversation is kind of wobbly, because it ain't really about what a man makes that make him attracted to a woman. Most guys that have all these babies, they don't make no money. They're broke. They're probably not even working. And that's facts on ground.
Okay, but
these men are being chosen. Let's go back to the woman's side. So I'm gonna show you. They're choosing these men, right or wrong?
They're choosing what men?
They're choosing the men that's not 6-figure men.
Yeah, that's the point. Most women aren't looking for men who make 6 figures. You're proving the point. They're not looking for men who like, if they were looking for men who made 6 figures, then 99% of men, or 96% of men, especially black men, we wouldn't even be in the running, right? So there's your proof.
Big facts. But I tell you what, and throughout your conversation, you'll have a woman come up here and still explain what she's saying. I mean, like, we're kind of dismissing what a female would say, though. Like, so I'm just gonna drop down. I'm gonna listen and allow a female to come up and allow her to tell you what her criteria are to her perspective of dating. You see what I'm saying? And you're gonna find that there is a threshold. Like, he has to be doing all these grandeur of things. You see what I'm saying?
No. And what are the things? That's what I'm saying. What things? Can you name them? Can you name some of them?
Well, at least making I don't want to put words out there, but let's say he's going to be making at least $70,000 to $100,000. He's going to have his own car and his own house, and we're going to go on vacations, and she has this life planned out with him, which is fine. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. But, brother, I'm gonna concede right here and allow you to bring women up, and then you kind of examine what they're saying.
I'll be honest with you, Idra. I don't know if you've ever been to my platform. I'm not asking women what they want. I know what I've heard women say that they want, and also based on the data, you kind of know what women are looking for, right? Because, like I already said, most women don't date men who make significantly more money than them. That's what I'm saying. Like, I already know what they want. That's what I don't need to listen to. I don't even need to necessarily listen to women, because women, like I've been saying this whole time, women tell the truth for the most part about what they're looking for in men. If you look up the number, if you actually look up like what's going on with women, like, so men like you will say, oh, women want all of this and all of that. And then you go look at the average man and you're like, well, the average man doesn't meet that criteria. But yet, then you go ask the average man, like, hey, you got a girlfriend? Yep. You been married? Yep. So how could it be that the average man is either had a multiple girlfriends, or is married currently? But at the same time, I'm supposed to believe that women have these like lofty standards for men that just like are unattainable for the average man. It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I know what women want. I'm not saying that every individual woman, but we know what women want. They literally have told us what they want. They're kind of like an open book in this way, to be honest with you. I've heard several women tell me, I mean, several hundred women probably at this point tell me what they're looking for in a man. I got it. I understand. I know what my wife tells me what she wants out of me. The same shit the same stuff that my wife tells me that she wants out of me is the same stuff I hear 90% of women say that they what they want out of a man, right? So be economically viable. You know, you ain't got to make six figures, but you should be economically viable. You should be able to at least pay your way, make your way throughout the world. But I got kids, so I got to also be able to afford to pay for my kids, right? So me plus my kids, bet. Cool. I got that out the way. She wants me to be honest. She wants me to be generous. She wants me to pay attention to her, be attentive, be consistent. Don't belittle her, don't dismiss her. She wants me to validate her. She, you know what I mean? Like, I go that there's 1,001 things I can name, and none of them are unattainable for me. You know what I'm saying? Like without, you know what I mean? Like, if you ask me to put into words all the things that I think my wife expects out of me and wants out of me, they're all like, just like, yeah, I could do that. Even if I'm not doing it right now, like even if I'm not hitting every mark right now, I'm saying, like, it's not fucking crazy. It ain't like, oh man, I can't do that. Be vulnerable, practice intimacy with her. You know what I'm saying? Eat it from the back every now and again. Like, the shit ain't rocket science. But my question to you is, Aisha, why do you think that that women say that they want one thing and then do the opposite?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, before I got married at 30, but I probably, of course, because I got married, but my activities when I didn't have nothing was way higher than when I got married.
What you mean? What you mean?
I didn't have anything as a young man in my 20s, like early 20s, and I didn't have, I just, I barely had anything, but I had way more activity.
You have way more women?
Absolutely. But
yeah.
When I got married, of course, you're going to narrow down to one woman, of course. But what my point being is, when you start making more money, you're not really flashing more money. That's a fact. I mean, you're not flashing. I mean, if you're really, when you start making money in life, and this is for anybody who when they go into their careers, you're not flashing money. Matter of fact, it kind of makes you modest a little bit when you're really making money.
I don't even know what that means. Hold on, I want you to explain that to me. Let me read the super chat real quick. Osa said, $10 on Aisha head. Why are you mad at the women that have standards? You are telling on yourself that you don't have much. Women are not signing up for struggle love anymore. What value do you add to her life?
Now watch this, bro.
Okay.
So they're kind of agreeing with what I'm saying.
What?
It's really, now watch this, because you're saying it don't matter what a man makes.
I didn't say that.
Oh my goodness, brother, you didn't?
No, you got to listen better. Being economically viable.
Wait, before you say that, what did I say? I said that it matters what a man makes.
Absolutely, it matters what a man makes.
Now, what did you say?
Sir, you hold on, Aisha, hold on. So you specifically were talking about women pursuing men who make six figures. I said that, and there's a large difference between wanting a man who makes six figures and wanting a man to be economically viable. Because saying I want a man to be economically viable, there's a range of numbers you could be at. There's a range of lifestyles, right? So you could be living in an apartment, and you even said, oh, I want him to have a car, like the most basic, like, yeah, a car. Now, you didn't say I want you to have a car, a $90,000 car. You just said a car. So you can't have a car, have a job, make some money, have insurance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are like basic standards for living for an adult.
Now watch this. Both of us. Now my conversation is talking about a viable living. I just said a car. But I'm talking about a valuable without the struggle love. See, that's where the $100,000 comes in from.
So the only way for you to not have struggle love is if you make six figures?
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Really? No, not at all. Because it depends on where you live, too. It depends on where you live. Because I tell you what, 100,000 would give you a little struggle love in Florida. You still got a little struggle love going on. You see what I'm saying? You can live somewhere, but your whole environment, in order to smooth out your environment, you have to have just a little bit more coming in. Now I'm just talking about Florida. I'm not sure where you at.
I'm in Cali.
All right. Well, then I would say that 100,000 is, it's not controlling your environment. It might give you a nice house, but it's not going to control the environment.
Yeah, $100,000 in where I'm at. I mean, it's tough to buy a house on like literally, like if you make just $100,000, tough to buy a house in my city. Like I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know if you can. It's tough.
Now, see, we're kind of in agreement, brother. I mean, I don't know why people think that I'm mad at women or something for having standards. Nobody's saying that. I'm saying that they do have these standards. That's my argument. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. And let me repeat that. It's not wrong because who wants the struggle of? But there's homeless people out married couples and they still together. So, this whole union of man and woman is much deeper than this revenue case that we have. Now, see, I'm making these points just to have this conversation with you.
So
I'm not mad at women or I'm not mad at anybody, to tell you the truth. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask you, so who do you think has more unreal expectations? Well, yeah. Who do you think has more unreal expectations, men or women?
No, I'm going to answer questions, but we're like crabs in a burrow. But here's the thing about crabs. They're not naturally born in burrows. So, of course, they want out. The environment that we're in, the country that we're a subjugated nation. And I'm talking about people that look like you and I. I can't really sponsor all.
We definitely,
black people.
for the love of God, please let's not talk about black people specifically. Let's just talk about because the same thing that applies to men, but because Ija, the same thing. Hold on, brother. The black men have very similar expectations that white men do for them. Is there something going on with your phone? You have a lot of feedback. Are you on a Bluetooth headset or something?
No, not at all. I hear you very clear.
I know, but I can't. You have a lot of feedback and it's like scratchy.
I hear you very, very clear.
Yeah.
But let's just resolve this just a little bit. Let's conclude this a little bit, all right? I'm not talking about black people. Let's just say in relationships, if your environment, just like what we were saying, you can't control your environment. If your environment's not good, then the relationship's not going to be good. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to conclude like that. Places where, I don't know if you travel a bit overseas, man, but men and women don't really squabble everywhere in the world like this.
Bullshit.
Okay, well, brother, over the same issues, I would love to hear it.
There's whole movements in other countries. The birth rates are declining worldwide. There's whole movement. There's a 4B movement in South Korea where women are abstaining from men completely. Japan, similarly, women refusing to get married. Especially young people, like the women are like, nope, I don't want to get married. In Europe, same thing. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's all around the world. It's not an American thing.
You're all around the world description or Western nations, right?
No, they're not.
Well, you said Korea, they're connected with the West. You said Japan, they're also in there with the West. And then every other example that you give is going to be with the West.
Yeah, so you just moving, you just saying, your assumption is that it's in the West first and foremost when it's not.
You think the birth rates down in, let's say, South America?
I don't know. I know globally they're down.
How about Africa?
Yeah, I would assume they're down in Africa too, because you got to understand that for the Aja, listen to what I'm saying. If the birth rates are down globally, then the West we don't make up enough of the population to make the numbers go down. It would have to be in the countries you're describing. It would have to be on the continent of Africa. It would have to be in India. It would have, which also that's another place where you talk about squabbling. The women are very oppressed in India, and they talk about it. Indian women, East Asian women often talk about their high levels of oppression. So I don't know. You're just. I don't know what's your point. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to get at?
It's you that stretch the conversation out to this. Like I'm just following your lead. You don't want to stretch it. And then you ask me what's my point. You stretch the conversation out to this. I'm kind of confused, but we can get back. Well, I tell you what, bro. It was nice chatting with you. I mean, I'm really more confused than when I came in, and I'm good with that. Like I just have to think about kind of your perspective of what you're saying in your life, and that's okay, but you have a nice one, bro.
All right. Nice one. Appreciate you.
And much success.
Yeah. I think he was drunk personally. I'm good at spotting a drunkard. But Mrs. True Teller said women in third world countries are using y'all. LOL. Women in underdeveloped countries definitely using men. Without a doubt, using the American men. But yeah, I just wanted to hear what he had to say. I mean, he wasn't, I don't think he had a point. At some point, he lost the plot and he tried to blame it on me. That wasn't my fault, brother. I was trying to help you make your point. Which I guess his point was that women be asking for too much, especially single mothers. Especially single mothers. The disdain for single mothers is crazy, especially from 58-year-old married men. I don't understand that. Why do you guys dislike single mothers? Come up here, Spence. Is it Spink or Spence? Spence for hire. Come on up, brother. I would love to hear your stories about how women use us here. How do women use us here? Don't be shy. Don't be shy, my guy. Just having civil conversations here. I don't know what single mothers did, but apparently they don't deserve, a man that makes some money or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I was confused. I really was. I was trying to get to the bottom of it. Yeah, that was kind of wild, my guy. Where's my guy Spence at? Come on up, Spence. Yeah, come on up, Spence, if you can. You still in here, brother? He might have dipped out already. He might have did a drive-by messaging. Miss Not For Everyone said, how is a woman asking for too much? Be specific. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are women asking for? That's so much for men. Every time we ask the men, they go, well, she wants this and she wants that. Okay, what's this and that? Can you tell us? What's up with teeth? What's up with teeth? All right, Therese. Hey, teddy bear. Hey, teddy bear. Hey, Lennox Bodie, let him out so he can see mommy. Yeah. My wife's home. Dogs is activated. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what women want. Can a gentleman come up here and articulate to me what do they think women want? Also, if a man can, what Teef talking about, man? Come on up here, Teef. I'm gonna mute Teef for the rest of the live. Come on up, Teef. Join the panel, brother. I guess you're saying some stuff. They want to They want to see you. They want to hear what you're saying. What is Spence saying? I missed it. What's Spence talking about? My battery is too low. How you in here then, brother? Rango said he understand. What you understand, Rango? What that mean, fam? What that mean, brother Rango? Let us know, brother. Nah, I don't want you to start an argument with the start an argument with who?
Hi, whoever wants to argue.
No, I don't want to argue with you. But hold on, let me get
me either.
let me read this. Let me get this super chat. Mrs. Truth Teller said, "How do we ask for too much yet need to choose better at the same time?" Facts. How do we ask for too much but need to choose better at the same time? That's crazy. Mr. Rango, what's going on with you, brother?
What's up, man?
I'm chilling, bro. What was your point? I didn't get it.
So I said, like, to me, the quote means to me, actions speak louder than words. I said that's an okay ideology to follow as long as it's not being used to dismiss anecdotal experiences or what things that a woman says or anything anyone says. Like if a man were to if things that a man would say or a woman would say. But if it's used to dismiss, I understand like what you're saying, that they're clearly projecting. And that's something that needs to work on. But other than that, I feel like this is an okay ideology to follow in my opinion.
Yeah, the ideology works, right? Because I watch how people move and not what they say necessarily. I mean, I watch both, but the whole point of it is that men are trying to sell us that women are saying one thing and doing the opposite. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I don't necessarily agree with that. I wouldn't generally label women that they say one thing but they do something different. I feel like that's messed up to say. I feel like it's absurd to say. That's like an overgeneralization. Like I believe people can do that. I believe generally people have the ability to say one thing but do the complete opposite. But to label a specific demographic, yeah, I feel like you're projecting something. Something's going on at home or something. I don't know, trauma maybe.
Well, I think how I'm looking at it is that when I hear what men say, right? Like men, like I said before, men will be like, "Oh, I want a woman to be submissive. I want a woman to be." We use very broad statements to describe the type of women or the type of characteristics we want out of a woman, right? We use very coded language, I would say. And then the women say, the men are like, yeah, I want somebody to be my peace. I want somebody to I want her to be submissive. I want her to be feminine. These are very broad concepts, very broad, big ideas, right? But when it comes to, but then when you look at what that means for men, overwhelmingly what they're saying is they just want a wife slave, but they can't say that, right? So they may say, I just want a woman who loves me. They'll be in a whole full-blown relationship with a woman that loves them and then cheat on her, right? Like I see that all the time. So that's what I'm saying. When we say these things about women, right? Women are saying, I want this type of man. I want a nice man. I want a kind man. I want this man. I want that man. Are you not seeing women end up with these types of men? Or are you seeing most women end up with the opposite of what you're hearing the general, what women are saying they want generally? That's my question.
Well, they definitely end up with the opposite. More times than not.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you think women are asking for?
I think they're just asking for the bare minimum, to be honest with you.
No.
Someone that's in a, you mean?
Go. Yeah, I'm saying, what are women asking for? Are women asking you know, like what are their requirements? Because you're saying they're ending up with the opposite. So what do you mean by that?
Well, I feel like, well, for one, most men, right, are not going to meet the expectations of women because most men they lack emotional intelligence and mental fortitude. So already you're left with bad options. So and not so many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe what they are looking for in a man, or what they're requiring, to me, is the bare minimum. A man that has emotional intelligence, right? To being able to handle her emotions and being emotionally aware in the relationship. Because I believe most women can attest to this. When women talk about how they feel in their relationship with the man, they get shut down. So that's one thing. And the fact that this man has mental fortitude. So not only is she comfortable in this relationship, which I believe this is probably one of the biggest things women want in a relationship, is to be comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable in a relationship, it's going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the biggest things they want, and they're not getting it simply because most men lack the things for a comfortable relationship.
Okay. All right. Damn. Go ahead, Farmer.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No problem.
Absolutely everything you are discussing here is so relevant. The gentleman who was just speaking, maybe you said wife slaves, and that's the thing. Sorry, I'm just a little caught off guard. I wasn't prepared to just go right now.
You're good. Hold on. Let me read the super chat. They're really saying, how dare we even ask? That is kind of like what I'm getting from it too. If you want, you could go after Dale. Dale, what's good, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. So you made an interesting comment. You said that women are using men.
Oh, so what I typed was, let me scroll up. I said that, bad woman, evil woman. They just want a man to tolerate all the bad things that they do. They don't want a man to actually, help them to be a better person. So that's what I typed.
That's fair. Do you think that that's like what most women are going through? You think that's what most women, representative most women?
I wouldn't say most women. I would say some women. There are some good women out there, but if a man meets a woman and he tries to correct her faults and she becomes angry and upset, that's a red flag.
Jackson? No. Yeah, totally understandable. Do you think so? You think most women? Where do you think most women fall in that? In that category? You think most women are like?
That's a good question. I would say can't really give it a percentage, but it seems like that percentage of women are increasing to various factors. But I would say 40-50%.
You think it's half the women?
Yeah.
You think half the women are? So you think half the women are evil, and half the women are
not evil, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think that women who are not good, okay, they just want a man to do a lot of stuff for them and tolerate bad things that they do. So they don't want a man to,
correct them or challenge them or whatever.
Person, they just want a guy to just, tolerate any bad things they're doing. Like if they want to cheat, if they want to, use a man to get ABC.
Yeah.
They want a man to say that's fine.
So you think close to half the women, if not half the women, represent this woman, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a fact because
I know it's just going on what I got you. I ain't trying to. I wasn't trying to like. It's no like stat I'm gonna pull out to be like, well, I could be like, no, it says right here, but I got a question for you, okay?
Yeah.
Related to stats, but it ain't gonna be a 1-to-1. So, who do you think? Okay, who leaves a marriage? Who files for divorce the most?
Hold on.
Yeah, we're good. We're gonna hold for this one. We're gonna hold for this one. Are you ready? You want to say something, Farmer? Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna be the person to like pull the statistics out. So men's perceptions are, men in general tend to suffer from main character syndrome. It's studied widely that in places like classrooms or meetings, men do 70% of the speaking, and women do 30% of the speaking by time. And the perception from the men is that the women are doing 80% of the speaking and that they are doing the remainder 20%. So when Dell says a woman just wants a man to do things for her, like that's his perception. It's not actually rooted in like material reality that can be measured or identified or defined by any real item like that you can be seen, felt, heard, tasted, whatever, right? People are just speaking out of their this fantasy in their mind of how the world works. And maybe people have been hurt, and that's fine. I'm sorry. But you can't just say, well, women just want things out of men. Why is it that women now, you told us all to work harder, so we worked harder. Now we're the majority of graduates from colleges and university. You told us to work harder, that we don't want to, that we can't rely on a man, so we're the majority of homeowners now. So what are men doing? They're dropping out. There are 7.2 million men missing from the labor force who are able to work, but just not doing it because they have checked out. Women we don't have that option to check out like we do, and sometimes we do, like in general, but if we're taking care of others, which we usually are, that's not even on the table. And so all of these good women these men want to find, how good, be good at this, be good at that. We're good at all these things. That's too good. That's too good. Men don't want those women because then they have to hold themselves to even a very minutely, a slightly higher standard. And that's hard. Doing better is hard work. It's never been required that men do the hard work. And men think, oh, I build the houses. Oh, I make the plumbing. That's not the real work. Like cut wood, carry water. The real work is starting the fire, cooking the meals, washing the clothes. That is the work to stay alive. All these preppers have this idea, like some male fantasy Mad Max idea, where it's going to be like dudes in leather with muscles. And it's like, mate, you're going to die if you don't have clean undies on. Like facts, you know? And that has always been women's work. And we're building the houses. We are in all the industries as men, despite violence from those men in those industries, despite constant harassment from those men in those industries. And the reason we outwork them, we do better. We don't come to work, just do 20% and try to fuck around all day because we know everyone's watching us. We always do 100%. And that's just, and then, so what else did Dell say? It was so hilarious, this wife-slave thing. Everyone wants the wife slave, but then they want to go to the pub and complain about her all night long. And then they want the wife slave back at home, making his bed and cleaning his laundry. But he's going to go home with the chick from the pool table, Yeah. So dudes have this story about what they want and what they think they want, but they haven't actually looked inside. They've never done that work. They've never even made a meal for themselves. Most of the time they go to the pub and get the meal. So yeah, this very basic work of staying alive and of making literally just basic like shelter, staying alive. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on a thing, so I'm just gonna mute myself. Go on, I'll stop.
Okay, go ahead, Dale. Are you back, man? There you go.
Yes, I am back.
You're good.
So basically, I want to clarify that I said some women, so I never said all women. No,
you didn't. No, let's go back. You didn't say all women. I asked you what. Yeah, I know. I want to make sure that so we can start where we picked up. I asked you what percentage. I was just trying to get an idea. You said pretty much like half. You said like 45%, half of the women are these women who you said evil, but I knew, you could call them evil or something else. But like, you're just saying like, they don't want to listen to a man, so on and so forth. Right. So And so I asked you, I said, okay, what percentage of divorces are filed by women?
I'm not sure about exactly what
Yeah, the majority of them, right? Is 65,
yes,
in between like 65, 70%. Okay, cool. So if women are the ones who don't want to listen, if women are the ones who don't want to grow and don't take direction and all of that stuff, why are they the ones filing for divorce? Right? Does that make sense to you?
So, I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is that there's a different criteria in place for a woman that is good and for a woman that is bad, right?
Say it again. Say it one more time. I missed it.
There's a different criteria in place for a good woman and a bad woman.
What do you mean?
That's my whole point.
What does that mean?
I mean that when a good man wants to marry a woman, he's looking for certain qualities, certain characteristics, right?
Okay.
And that means usually one of the characteristics is a woman that listens, that will take advice and things like that, not argue with him and other things like that. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know if that makes you a good woman or a bad woman or not, but hey, y'all, let's get them likes up real quick, man. Definitely, let's make sure we supporting the live. Go ahead, Therese, and then Rango, if you want to jump back in, you can. Thanks for coming up, Farmer.
I love this whole women that will listen and take advice. I'm a grown-ass woman. What advice are you giving me that I need? For second thing is the birth rate drop is global, as you said. The only places where the birth rate is not dropping are parts of the Middle East and Africa, but these are parts where women do not have as many rights and freedoms as they do in other parts of the world. It is dropping in South America, all of Europe, Russia, China, Australia, everywhere else. Literally everywhere else. And the third thing, Unc, who was on here a minute ago, I did some math. He said he was 58 and had a 21-year-old grandchild. That means he became a grandpa at 37. So I'm thinking, real young-ass baby daddy situation, because if you're 58 and you got a 21-year-old grandkid, I mean, I don't know why he thinks he's fit to give advice on anything, really.
And that means his. You got to echo really bad, Therese.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm. And that means that his he had that same thing. And that means that his still echo. And that means his baby. Go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry,
No, you're good.
I'm doing some things.
So yeah, you're at the store.
But my point is that, when a man's looking for a wife, he wants a woman that's going to listen to him and take advice. No one's perfect. So we all have to improve on things in our lives. So when somebody says, I want to marry you, a man says, I want to marry a woman, it's, I love you and let's build together and grow together, because people change over time. Let's change for the better, and any problems we have, work together to
I got a question.
The best that we can be.
I got a question for you. Who do you think listens to the opposite sex more, men or women?
Let me repeat that again.
Who do you think listens better? Just in general, fuck to the opposite sex. Who do you think listens better? If you were trying to, like, what I'm asking is because what you're saying is that there's women that, like, as if it's hard to find a woman that will listen to you. That seems fairly easy to find. Most women will listen to you I'm saying
that when we're talking about marrying someone, right? When a man is looking to find a woman to marry, just a certain set of criteria that would make a woman desirable for marriage. And a woman that listens and takes advice is an average woman. That's my point.
Yeah, but that's an overwhelming amount of women that will listen and take advice. That's my point. That's super easy to find.
That's not the whole list of criteria that's necessary for a good marriage, correct?
Yeah. So what else? What else is it?
For a woman that will. Hold on.
You're good.
A woman that will go with a man, work with a man that will also be there for him. Because there's going to be hard times. Marriage is not always going to be, good times. It's going to be hard times. And
why does all of this? Why does it sounds like everything you're saying is all pointing to you just want a woman to put up with you being not.
No, I'm not saying that. No.
It sounds no, I know, but it all sounds like that because I'm asking like, what other characteristics are you looking for in a woman? And you're like, oh, a woman that is resilient, that's willing to put that a woman that's willing to put up with the hard times, a woman that's gonna listen to me. Like, it's like you don't want a woman that's like intelligent. You don't want a woman that is consistent. You don't want to.
Well, I didn't get to explain all that.
Okay.
Understand that
I'm listening.
when I'm explaining something, I need to explain all the criteria. I didn't mention intelligence, but I was getting there. Intelligence is important. A woman that's traditional, that has good morals, good values is also important. All these things matter.
What is traditional? Dale, what is traditional? That's
a man should listen to women as well, and also take
Dale,
advice from a woman.
Dale, what is traditional? Dale, what's traditional?
Traditional, I would say, I'm grounding that in Christianity, in a Christian sense.
Meaning?
What a traditional woman is.
Meaning?
But, yeah, a man is also supposed to take advice.
What does that mean? Hold on, Dale, hold on. What does traditional mean to you? What does it mean?
Traditional to me is based upon a woman that has Christian morals and values.
Be specific.
Like a woman that, is righteous, a woman that will, that has good intentions, good values, as in good intentions, as in wanting to do her best to preserve a marriage, help her husband. Don't cheat, don't do things like that. Be honest, things like that.
All of this sounds like what I described, though. By the way, all of this sounds like you just want a woman because I'm just telling you what it reads to me. It reads to me like a man who knows he's not really worthy to be in a marriage with a woman. And he's just hoping to get a woman that is willing to persevere through that marriage. Like not thrive, not have a great marriage, but just like that's going to stick by him no matter how bad it is or whatever. Like that's what I'm getting from what you're saying. But I know you're not. No, but Dale, hold on, wait, Dale, listen to what I'm saying. You're not saying that explicitly or directly. I get that. And here's what I'm saying. I don't listen to what men say. You always got to read through what men say because you're being very vague and invasive in your comments, right? So I got to ask you. That's why I'm asking you. What does traditional look like? What does it mean? Break it down. Then you said the word. What did you say? Righteous. What does righteous look like to you? Like these are very vague, broad terms. Very big and broad. That's what I was telling Rango earlier. That's what I was telling the men earlier. Why I don't listen to men when in general. But when we talk to men about what men want in a woman, it is the most vague shit ever because really and even you're doing it and you're trying not to say it directly. All you're saying is, I want a woman that's going to put up with me. That's it. I know I'm not going to be the best of her. I just want a woman that's going to put up, suffer. What BPG say? You want a cellmate, not a soulmate. That's all you're saying right now.
No, I'm not saying that. Look, you're skewing what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mentioned Christian traditional values. That is the basis from what I'm saying makes a good woman. And I also said that a woman should expect a man that listens and takes advice, that will be with her through thick and thin times. When you go and you say a vow, when you get married and you say, I will be there with you through thick and thin. I'll be there with you through rich and poor. When you're sick, I'll be there. Why do we say those things? Things are rooted in Christian values. I'm being very direct.
I don't say those things. I got married. Dale, I got married. I said my vows. None of my vows consisted of those statements.
They didn't?
No, because I'm okay with my wife leaving me tomorrow if she just woke up and just was like, you know what, you don't make me happy no more.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Why would you be sorry?
Well, I mean, what happened? You said you were married and you had a divorce?
No, I'm married. I've been married for 13 years. I'm saying I'm perfectly okay with my wife waking up tomorrow and being like, yeah, that's like I'm out. Like, for whatever reason, if she's just like, I'm just beat. I don't want to be a wife anymore. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care, right? Now, if she leaves me when I'm sick or something like that because I'm sick, that's different, right? Like, definitely, I'm not leaving her. She's not leaving me. But if she leaving me because I'm just not making her happy, or if she just feels like she would be more happy to not be with me, right? Who cares?
Well, I mean, there's a reason why, though, right?
What do you mean? The reason why is because I'm not making her happy. That's the reason.
Yeah, well, that's a statement. Well, why? What exactly is going on in the relationship that's not leading to her being happy? That's really what would be
her. She could just be burnt out. Because look, man, I've quoted this study, but I quote it again. They did a study, a poll, whatever you want to say, and I think something like 70% of the women. No, it was 46% of the women who responded to it said that there was thousands of people that responded, thousands of women that responded. That what they said was their husbands actually stress them out more than their kids do. Their husbands are more of a burden than the children are, right? So if that were the case, like if my wife were to wake up tomorrow and just be like, yeah, I'm tired of like pulling you on, or whatever the case may be, man, or she even, because me and my wife's relationship wasn't good in the beginning, like I was really terrible and all that stuff, and I had to grow up. If she just like, you know what, I don't, that shit you did to me 12 years ago, I never got over that. I'm out. I'm not, hey, I'm gonna be sad. But that's her right. Like, and I would prefer people leave than stay and be miserable. Like, what? Like, she don't owe that to me. She doesn't owe me misery. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't owe me to suffer. Like, that's crazy. That don't even make sense. And I'm so tired of men acting like women should just suffer through the men being shitty, right? And you masking it with all of these other words, like, oh, I just want her to listen, and I want her to through the thick and the thin, and like, how, like what?
That is exactly what you're describing, Dal.
Therese, you got a hell of that echo, bad as hell still. Okay, come back. Yeah, I got you. Come back.
I'm not gonna lie, I was listening to what you're saying, and to me, it sounded like you tried so hard to not say a stay-at-home wife. Like, go ahead and just say it, stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, just say it, bro.
I mean, seriously, what I'm describing is very simple. All I'm saying is a good woman is a traditional woman that has Christian values. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't mean that if a man is abusing her or something, that she should stay with him.
And what does abuse look like? What is it? What are the? Yeah, what does abuse look like, Dale?
Verbal abuse, any form of verbal abuse. Emotional abuse, hitting, belittling someone, demeaning someone.
What about neglect?
What about what?
Neglect.
Yes, all of that is abuse.
Yeah, and most
we all know what abuse is. The whole point is that of course, you want to be in marriage with somebody that's traditional, but if somebody is abusing a person in a marriage, because the Bible also says that if two people cannot join, they can't get along, that they should depart. So I'm not saying anything that's irrational or logical here. I think I'm saying what's very reasonable. I'm not saying that people should stay together through anything. I never made that claim.
You did. You literally made that claim.
I never
you
said
did.
Anything. I said when people do vows, they say through thick and thin, through sick and poor.
No,
right?
that's it. That's it. That's you saying the thing. That's the thing.
It's not the same thing.
That is the same thing.
No, it's not. Because it also explains.
I think so. Yeah.
It also says that you're going to trust, based on love, communication, things like that. So it's not the same thing. You have to understand that just because something sounds similar doesn't mean that it is similar.
That's literally the same thing, Dale. Like verbatim.
I just explained how it wasn't the same thing. So how is it the same thing?
But sir, it's not a false equivalence. It's the same thing. Okay. Saying that you want a person to stay through thick and thin, those are vague terms. So I'm asking you, what is thick? We know, or thin, whatever, right? What does that look like?
They're not vague terms because they're based in Christianity.
Very vague. Sir, very Dale.
They're not vague.
They are vague. What is thick and thin? What does it mean? What are you talking about? Thin what? Money? Thin hairlines? What are we talking about? Thick booties? Thick bellies? What is thick and thin? Tell us. It should be simple. Tell us what it is.
In the context of a relationship, I mean, we're talking about that's not vague.
All right. He didn't help me at all. Chief Tej, right? Tej, what's good, man? Chief Tej. Send him an invite. There he goes. What's good, man?
He kind of did a bad job of explaining his point. I would say for me, I would be looking for patience. Not necessarily that you're going to stay through anything, but I also think that there are conflicts that arise. I think there are disagreements that arise in any relationship. And I would say the same way I would try and understand your point of view in a disagreement, not necessarily saying you have to take my side, but the same commitment I would make to at least attempting to hear you out and come to some sort of resolution. I would want you to have that same level of patience with me. That's all I'm saying.
All right, hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this. Let me read the super chat, and you can go again, Chief. I just want to read this. Osa said, "What do men have to do? What is the selling point for women to attach themselves to a man? We are no longer willing to put up with you." I think you and Dale, I don't think you did a better job of explaining what you wanted. It sounds like both of you guys are basically saying, I know that I'm gonna be difficult. I'm asking you to be patient and to tolerate me and to put up with it. That's the best that I can offer you. I'm gonna be difficult, but if you're patient, we'll be able to get through it. And here's what I'll be saying about women. Women can get a man and keep a man for 152 years if she want to, right? The only thing that matters is how much bullshit is she willing to put up with, aka how patient is she? If she's extremely patient, she can stay married. Hey man, she can stay married for 300 years if she's extremely patient. She could die married if that's all. If the end result is just to get married and stay married, or get in a relationship and stay in a relationship, women it's all on them as far as that's concerned, right? Because but you guys aren't really actually saying the thing. Like, you're not. I want my wife to be patient, right? Like, patience is fine. Don't get me wrong, because there's going to be disagreements, right? So you don't want them blowing up at every single, whatever. But I don't think that's what you guys are talking about.
Or leaving, not even just blowing up, but just leaving. Like, hey, we had a disagreement, let's leave. Especially if it's not something that could possibly be resolved. Like, I also agree with what you said about I don't want her to ever feel like she's subjugating herself and trying to stay just for the sake of a marriage that she doesn't necessarily want to be in. But at the same time, I would hope that anybody I marry would at least give us the chance of working through something before just immediately jumping to leaving. And again,
go ahead, Therese.
I don't necessarily think that that's a one-sided ideal either. I would 100% come to the table willing to offer that in just as much the same level that I would ask that of her. Like, I'm not coming expecting her to quote unquote deal with my whatever, and me not giving her that same out or that same level of respect. Like, I don't think that's a one-sided ideal.
Okay, hold on, Therese. I want you to ask that question. Give me a second. Hey y'all, let's keep liking the lives. Get over 100,000 likes, real quick. We got almost 600 people in here. Definitely let's support the live. Bang the Cash App one time. Go ahead. Who was that? Did Therese ask that question, please?
How long are we supposed to be patient and put up with mistreatment? How long?
I mean, if we're talking about you actually like a legitimate thing of mistreatment, I wouldn't expect you to. Like,
but we can
if you're being mistreated, yeah, I'm saying I'm not talking about being mistreated. I'm talking about working through conflict. If someone is being abusive or mistreating you,
no, I'm not talking about abusive. I'm talking about. I'll give you a specific example. You are not doing your fair share of the domestic labor. And we have talked about it multiple times, and there's no sign of the situation improving. Are we allowed to leave then?
If you feel like that's, if it's to the point where you feel like that's an egregious enough offense to leave, then yeah.
Okay, so we are allowed to leave. Awesome.
Yeah.
Would you be? I think a better question to that for me would be, how do you feel like that's a good enough reason to leave?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't necessarily feel like I can make that call for somebody else.
I'm asking for you. I'm asking in your mind.
I would me personally, I would not leave a marriage for that. But again, I can't speak for another person
because you're not doing the labor.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Oh, yeah. I got to quit. Hold on. So Chief, hold on. Hold on. Take it back. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna set it up for you. So let's say you were doing 70, 80% of the labor in your home, right?
Yeah.
Cooking, cleaning, every planning, all you was doing 60. I mean, you're doing 70, 80%. You and then on top of that, by the way, because it ain't just that. On top of that, your wife is also making your life harder. Like she's constantly fucking up, doing little stuff, not paying bills on time, whatever the case may be, right? Incurring more fees and whatever, right? Just little slip ups. Year 2, you bring it up. She says she's going to correct it. She does it for 30 days. It slips back into where it used to be. Year 3, you bring it up. She says she's going to do it. She does it for 3 months. It slips back. Year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, she still is a mess. She still hasn't helped out anymore. Do you leave then? Is that a good enough reason to leave?
I see why someone would. I speak it for myself, man. If I'm just being completely honest, I don't think I would.
And that's how I know. And to me, that's a telltale sign of how men. How I know how that is a telltale sign that men don't ever actually take on the brunt of labor in the home. Because if you was actually that guy doing that work, you would leave. You would, and you wouldn't, and I'll take it a step further, Chief. I will guarantee you wouldn't last nearly as long as that woman, because the woman she expects to do that. To be honest with you, women are conditioned to think like it's their job to like train us, right? They have way more patience than we do, way more. So, if you're saying you wouldn't leave, I call cappity cap, the highest level of cap. I think you leave in month 6, year 2.
Again, I can only speak for myself. And I mean, I'm not necessarily proud of this. This is also something I'm kind of working on myself. But I've also been the guy who stayed at jobs where I've been passed over for promotion after promotion.
Not the same thing, but I hear you though.
I'm saying this in reference to the fact that I'm not necessarily a person to just leave situations. So I wouldn't, again, speaking for me, I don't see myself doing that.
But you said that when you said that when women leave because of abuse, that makes sense, right? You do realize that is abusive.
I mean, and that's kind of another conversation of how men view abuse versus women.
No.
I mean, even if we talk to the conditions under which a lot of women file for divorce, there are also a lot of men who go through similar situations but don't necessarily identify that as abuse and will stay in that situation.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Me personally, I'm not saying
bullshit.
I'm not saying listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening to you. That's cap.
I'm not saying it's at the same frequency, and I'm not saying it's at the same level.
Then it ain't the same.
I didn't say it was. I just said there are men who do. I said there are men who do go through that and don't leave. I didn't say it was the same.
Then they don't go through. Then they don't go through that. Then because it has to be the same for them to go through that. That's my point.
So so if it's 20 men instead of 200 men, then that's not also abuse.
No. What I'm saying men don't go through the same level of abuse that women go through, even based on the scenario you're trying to give. But majority of men aren't. Sir.
Well, I'm also not speaking to the majority of men. This is an anecdotal thing that I'm saying. I'm saying on an individual level, there are men who go through abuse. I'm not speaking for the general populace.
Let me read.
I'm talking about data. I'm talking about actual facts, sir. So how about we stick to facts instead of your anecdotal experience?
Let me read this super chat real quick, y'all. CJD. Hey, hold on, Chief. Chef. I said Chief. Your name is Chef. My bad. Chef. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me read the super chat. CJD said, ego is one hell of a drug. No man has ever come up and talked about a woman's needs, just how they feel. That's not relationship. Admit it. Exactly. Y'all. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, y'all not making the strongest case. Dale, Chef.
Say one more thing before I go.
What is the case we're supposed to be making?
Agreed, public. Not a single person up here has said anything about what they're looking for in a wife other than what they can do for them. Mm-hmm. Nothing about her interests, her, what she likes to do, what she likes to read. Nothing about her as a person. It's always been, how can she serve me? That's the first thing. And the second thing is, your anecdotal experience is only valuable if there's data to support it. And the thing with women's experience in marriage, what we're talking about specifically weaponized incompetence, there is data to support this. Mm-hmm. This is the experience of many women. There are multiple studies. There are testimonies from divorce lawyers who are saying every client that comes to me is a woman who's been working full time and doing all the domestic labor, and she's just freaking
tired, man.
You wouldn't last even 6 months if you had to do too much emotional labor. Even the emotional labor, that exhausted the fuck out of me.
I believe that. That shit crazy.
Literally killed me.
That's that's abusive.
What happened was y'all asked an anecdotal question because you specifically asked what my opinion on the situation. Hold on. You specifically asked, would me, Chef T, stay in a certain situation? Then you use the statistics that you're speaking of to say that that's cap.
I think,
so
okay.
What are we doing? Are we dealing with the general statement of what holds true for men, or are you asking my opinion?
Here's how I look at it. What I was saying was, based on the numbers, it would tell me that, and just objective truth, it tells me that most men do not most men, Dale, Chef, y'all want the woman to be patient. I don't think most men are patient, especially with women, right? That was what I was saying. So when you say, oh no, I wouldn't leave for that reason, I call cap, because now I'm also looking at the numbers and I'm like, yeah, that don't make no fucking sense. There's no way in hell you gonna tell me that a man is gonna allow a woman to abuse him for 5, 6, 7 years or whatever the case may be. And he's just like, yeah, honey, I just really need for you to just pitch in a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I need, just one more night a week. If you can just help me with the dishes and like pleading with this man, woman, to help out around the house more. Like, you're not doing that, bro. You're not doing that for 4 years, for 5 years, for 7 years. There's women who've been doing that I've had men come on my platform and tell me that, this dude, if anybody was in here in this live, y'all tell me if I'm lying. I forgot the man's name, but he came in here and told us about how his kids were gone. He was older. His kids had moved out. They were gone. It's just him and his wife. And he said that he was the provider. So she cooked and cleaned for him the whole time or whatever, right? Kids are gone now. He comes home. I think he ate something and he just left the dishes in the sink. And then he came back in the next day and the dishes were still in the sink. He's telling the story. This is not me digging. This is him telling the story. He said that his wife was punishing him because she didn't clean the dishes. It was rocky. It was rocky.
So it sounds like the context we're having this conversation in is with the dude who literally just works and does nothing else in the house. Is that my correct understanding?
So basically what happened was, what I'm getting at is, they've been married for 20 something plus years. He ain't been doing shit in the house, guaranteed. And I'm sure she asked him to. But now the kids are gone and she's like, she was cleaning up the whole time because the kids was there. That's what I'm getting from it. That makes sense. And also, that's a big reason why I think a lot of men be wanting to trap women with babies, but that's a different story for a different day. Because we know, oh, she got kids, she more likely to stay, she more likely to put up with my shit, and she's more likely to clean up and do all the labor, because if you making 4 hamburgers, you might as well make 5. right? If you cleaning if you cleaning 5 plates, you might as well clean 6, right? Cool. That's what I think. And so Rocky was getting away with that for the whole time his kids were there. His kids are gone. It's just him and her. And she's like, what? And the wife smartly is like, why would I fucking clean your dish? Like, what? But he was so like used to programmed to her cleaning up everything and him not doing shit. And there was no longer a reason for her to do it. And he was, one time it happened. Do you see what I'm telling you? It took one time for her to be like, nah, push back or whatever. And he was like, oh, he was in the live throwing a fucking hissy fit about it. That's what I'm saying about men. Men have zero patience for women in general. Zero. Like, y'all not going to sell me on a man would like tolerate a woman just abusing him for 4 or 5 or 20 or 30. Like, no, dude. No. Y'all want women to be patient because y'all not going to, that 99% of the time, men are the ones who are not going to live up to the woman's expectations. So you want her to be patient so she can work with you.
If we're going back to the general, I can appreciate that. I can say,
got you, Regina.
Personally, and how I personally view marriage, those ideals don't necessarily hold true for me. But at the same time, I've intentionally kind of set up my life in a different way. I don't have children. I'm debt free. Not bragging about these things, but I'm saying I've set up my life in a certain way to where I don't necessarily want my life to go a certain way as far as potentially children or this baby mama thing or a lot of the cliches that fit around men. I've like intentionally tried my best to like avoid these things. So I'm not going to say it doesn't apply to me as if I can't ever find myself in those situations, but I'm saying even what you're saying about this man who does no housework, I'm a chef. I love to cook. Like, I would have no problem splitting duties with any woman that I'm with, whether it's marriage or just dating. Like, I don't view it that way.
Hey, I can't. I'm sorry. Good night, public. These guys need to learn how to communicate. I just fucking can't.
This is tough. All right, Therese, this is a tough one. I'm gonna let you go, Rango. Let me read these 2 cash out or super chats. Appreciate you, Regina. She said that weaponizing competence is wild. I was literally on a Zoom call with my boss. I work from home, and my ex was trying to ask him how to use the washing machine. Mind you, I showed him numerous times. Trying to ask him or you. And she put 5 on both Chip or Chef and Dale's head. Okay, go ahead, Rango. That's crazy.
Go ahead, Chef. Do you know what they mean by weaponizing competence? Because in our society, right, I don't know if people know this, but I believe women do. Most women, if not all women, are socialized to have their shit together before the age 30. Because by that time, right, as time goes on, because statistics show men are more likely to be in a relationship than women. More women are out there single. I mean, because of this, men are not tolerant of women that don't have their shit together by that age.
Let me read this real quick. CJD said, we listen then when things fall apart, that same man goes off on us for not stopping the outcome. We come in excited to be led. We watch them. Damn, this is small print. Hold on. we watch them F up the church's money, then try to help. At that point, we're combative. That's where that word combative come back up, CJD. Yesterday was all about combativeness, the combativeness of women. They never remember what they said. Liars. Ms. Truth-Teller said, ask men what they value in friendships with men so we can see the difference. That's a great question. Dale, are you there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing great, fam. What do men value in friendships from other men?
Camaraderie, someone that they can hang out with, work out with, things like that, generally speaking.
Okay. Chef, what you looking for?
Honesty, loyalty, common interest. Yeah.
So you gave a better description for what you're looking for in your male friend than you did in a woman.
I disagree with you.
No, I'm talking about Chef. Yours was terrible, Dale. But Chef, yours was good.
You didn't ask me what I was looking
for. Okay, what are you looking for? I'm guessing that's too late now, obviously. But yeah, you said patience. That was why I said that.
I was kind of picking off because I came in right after Dell, and I
got you.
Kind of picking off of what he said.
Let me read this one real quick.
Go ahead.
Oh no, hold on. She said that one, by the way. My bad. He was trying to ask me. I got you. Okay. Never mind. You're good. Okay, go ahead. We got them all. I'm done.
I would say mutual respect, mutual interest, someone I can laugh with, someone I could do life with, man. Like not even just again back to the patience thing, but just the losing family members on both ends, raising children, work things, like just someone that's really gonna be there for me and I can be there for them to just support,
Oh, this is for the woman, right?
Yeah, and a partner.
Got you. Okay. I think this shit is vague, man. Men are so tough. You guys are so hard to talk to. Like, no joke. This is so crazy. And I wonder, am I this? I think I'm probably this vague to my wife. I don't think, I know, because she's always like making me like be more specific. And I think that has a lot to do with this.
So are you saying, like, when I say do life together, is that you saying that that's kind of like vague?
Yeah, these are like these are very vague.
So do life together. What would be a specific of do life together? Hey babe, I had a bad day at work. All right, don't worry about it. I got you a bubble bath. I'll cook dinner. Don't worry about the kid. Or just like it can take many forms. Like I'm saying, it's like I don't necessarily know how to, because I feel like pigeonholing it makes it one thing, but I'm saying I want someone who's open to a concept more than necessarily a specific act. Like I want someone who
what concept?
Be fluid. The concept of doing life with me.
What does that mean?
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's more of an ideal than necessarily an action. For example, doing life with me today could mean, hey, I'm having a really bad day. Can you say something that makes me laugh? Or doing life tomorrow could be like, hey, could you cook my favorite meal? Or doing life tomorrow could be, hey, I'm cutting the grass and doing all of the things that, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever things in the house you would normally do so you can take a break or whatever. Like that's what I'm saying. For me, in my head, it's a fluid idea.
Hey,
it's not necessarily like a set thing.
Hey, them saying that term you use in doing life is like life in prison is crazy to me because it do sound very. I don't know, brother. I'm trying. I'm trying to get there with you, but it's a tough one, fam. The shits is.
If that's better partnership, but see, I feel like partnership is even more vague.
Partnership sound way better than doing life with me. Partnership, I can get an idea. Look, when you say partnership, I think of like cooperating. I think of I think of like a.
But I feel like that's what I just described, though. I can just describe that.
Not with the doing life shit.
Come on now. Like I feel like we're playing on words now. I think I definitely just.
Words matter, chef. Words matter.
That's fair. All right.
So yeah.
Then, if that works better.
I don't know, man. Yeah, they said you was describing a prison wife.
Nah, bro, definitely not. Like, not even close to it.
All those things benefit you, chef, and not you saying what you were gonna do for her to do life.
Well, we to be fair, I asked him what does he want in a partner, and he's telling us what he wants in a partner, not what he's willing to do for her. You know what I'm saying? It was more what he wants. So.
And I also said it's a very fluid ideal for me. So it's not always what she can do for me. It's also what I can do for her, or whatever I need to be for her on a certain day.
Well, what kind of stuff you do? What kind of stuff you do for your partner?
I'm a chef. I DJ. I write poetry. I do a lot of stuff.
How does that help her? The chef part I get. How does the rest of those things?
She asked me what I do.
For her.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself to what I do for her because I'm trying to be whatever she needs me to be in that moment, whether it's something I'm good at doing or not. If she needs me to do that, I'm gonna try my best to do that for her. If she needs that in support.
Public.
What?
He sound like Blue Hearts guy. I'm still
How does that not make sense? How does that not make sense?
Come on, Chef.
He's saying the question was what will I do for her? What I'm saying is if she comes to me with a need,
hold on. I got a simpler, better question, universal. What do you bring to the table? How are you going to add value to this woman's life?
I've never liked that question on either side.
I love that. That is one of the I don't care what nobody say. I think that question is phenomenal. I don't care. I don't let nobody shame you for liking that question. I think that question is fucking phenomenal. I think it's great. Because why?
The reason I say I don't like that question is because the validity of my answer is dependent on what you really want to hear. It doesn't necessarily.
No, it's not.
It doesn't necessarily assess whether I can be an asset or not. It assumes what you consider an asset.
Look,
it's not whether I can be one. It's what you
Chef.
think an asset is.
Chef, you're on a job interview, because you brought up the job analogy. You're on a job interview. They ask you, how can you be an asset to the company? Imagine if you answered that question the same way you're answering this question. You think they would? Do you really think they would accept that, or do you think they would say? You think they would?
That's my point. That's the point that I'm getting to. Me answering the question is how I could see myself assisting you. That does not mean those are the only ways I could assist you. That's how I see myself assisting you. That does not say that is the totality of my skill set. Now, if you're saying we have...
That's not what we're asking.
But that's my point. That's why I say I don't like the question.
Because you can't answer it? Because you don't know what women want? Like, what is it? I don't understand.
That's my point. What women want and asking me what I bring to the table are not the same thing. Now, if you're saying I require this, then that is a very different statement than asking me what do you bring to the table, and then the answer I give you be the assessment of whether or not I can be an asset to you. Wow.
This is crazy. Hey, man, these are a lot of we getting nowhere fast. I ain't gonna even hold you. We getting nowhere fast.
Okay, now
hold on.
that tucks my giggle in. You remember the guy who said that he cheated on his wife, and when he asked him, like, how did they do that, he said, I'm still overcoming. And then he talked about how he sent her a blue heart every day.
Yeah.
He just answered the blue hearts.
He said he got up to like 55 blue hearts.
That's how Chef just sounded when he said, I don't want to pigeonhole myself.
Come on, man. We got to do better than that. Look, man, I know this we laughing and kikiing, but on some real shit. If you really, on some real shit, if you can answer these questions, bro, these will get you way far in life. This shit will take you to the top on some real shit. I think he got up to like 21 blue hearts. But I want to get to Noodly Guy. Go ahead, Noodly Guy, and then I'm gonna open it up for the BPG and the K. Go ahead, Noodly Guy. Noodly Guy. That's a wild name. Let's hit that. See if Noodly Guy is there. He's not there. Okay. Go ahead, BBG.
I was on the phone with my sister, and my sister was cracking up at Kay. I think that a lot of guys don't know how to describe what benefit they would be to women because they don't really want to openly admit, like, I probably wouldn't be a benefit. Like, I think that that's a hard thing to say. Like, when you ask somebody, like, what what it is you bring to the table and what their experience of you will be, like, a lot of them don't want to say that you'll probably be going through some hell and some high water to be with me. Like, they'll say it a little vaguely. Like, they'll say, relationships are hard work, or, marriages are meant to, you got to be about forgiveness and toughing it out. Like, I always find it to be a red flag when people describe their relationships as that. But I think that, it's always a hard question when you really don't have anything to really offer. Like, it's a tough question because, truth be told, anytime people when that question first started coming up, even around social media, and people was asking, like, okay, well, what it is you feel you bring to the table. And I did a video about this maybe like a year ago. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. If you don't want me at your table, I don't want to be there. I ain't bringing nothing. I'm not bringing absolutely nothing. If you invite me to the table, I should be able to come in and sit down and eat because you're inviting me to your table. Like, and sometimes you have to be okay with yourself enough to understand, like, hey, I'm a really funny person. You know, if you're around me, you're going to enjoy yourself. If you are, you know, if you my woman and you with me, then that means that what you experience of me is going to be worth your while. I can't say in detail what that'll be, but I know that I will love you with all my might. I'm going to be honest. I'm a share parts of me that I probably don't share with other people. I'm gonna make sure that the experiences that we have together are blissful. I'm not gonna be your piece, but I'm not gonna disturb your peace. Like, those are easy questions to answer, but instead dudes be like, well, you know, I mean, I make six figures, and you know, I'm 6'2" and a half,
or I'm a DJ. That was crazy.
I cook real good. It's like,
but how often? But here.
That also speaks to my point. You had an answer that you thought made sense to you in your head. I didn't give you that answer, so what I gave you was illogical. That's why I say the question is BS, because that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't be everything that you just said. But you asked my opinion. It's a loaded question.
It is.
You already know that. That's what I'm saying. If you already know you have an ideal or something, then let's just talk about your idea. Hey, this is what I would expect in a man. Can you be that? Sure.
If a woman, if you ask, but here's what I'm saying. Hold on, Chef. If you sat down, wait, Chef, nobody's getting mad. Hold on, nobody's getting mad. But if you, I got you. But if you sat down, brother, hold on, I got you. If you sat down with the woman, and let's say she was actually gonna play this game with you, and she said, and you were like, yeah, you know, like, you know, you can pose it a different way, but essentially you get to the, like, what do you think makes you a good partner, right? And what if she said, oh, I could type 60 words a minute, I'm really good at pruning plants, and I have a large assortment of furs in my closet. Like, that's the type of shit you was telling us. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, but like, you could, hold on, listen, listen. Hold on, but wait. But you could say, sir, you can say, like, okay, somebody asked me, how do I add value to my to a woman's life or my wife's life or whatever, right? One of the things that I would say is I try to make sure that I'm not a burden on my wife. So I try to be like proactive instead of reactive, right? So I'm trying to be attentive. Me being attentive, I think, is something that I need to, you know, like, my attentiveness is something that is important to the health of a relationship, because I'm not waiting for you to tell me, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, or waiting on where I gotta like ask you what's wrong. I'm just like observing you, and I'm like, oh, something's going on. Hey, you know, I see you're down, yada yada yada, right? Like that. And if you're telling me that, I don't know what woman gonna want to hear that. What person don't want to hear that, man or woman? What human being doesn't want to hear that? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a human. The stuff we're talking about is like basic shit. But we all know what we want and desire in people. We all do, right? I think that a part of the what do you bring to the table discussion that is very important is, can you articulate it? Have you thought about it at all? Are you serious about it? Or are you just gonna tell me I'm good at X, Y, and Z, and it ain't got nothing to do with the relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, I'm really good at playing 2K. Oh, I can fix cars, and on Saturdays I feed the ducks. Like, all right, bet. But how the fuck does that make you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to do some of those things too. That's fun too, right? Like, I'm not knocking none of that, but like, that ain't gonna be the shit to get us through. You know what I mean? Like, that's not gonna be the thing to pull us over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think. That's what I think the conversation is good for. And then the people, and I think that the reason why I see why women reject the question, because the question was always meant to be facetious towards women, right? It was always meant to like demean women, because no matter what the woman was to say, that man is going to be like, I guess that's all right. It was always to like belittle the women, right? And the women clocked it and was like, nah, I'm good. Fuck that question. That's when they started saying, I am the table, so on and so forth. Right? I totally understand their response, right? But for men, I think every man should answer that fucking question to a woman. I ain't saying here, but I'm saying to that woman, you definitely should be answering that question to her, without a doubt. Because what the fuck, bro? Women come in our women spending time with you. She is putting herself at risk just from physically being around you. So you need to convince this woman that you are not a threat to her. At the very least, you got to do that. Like at the very least, every man should convince every woman that they are not a threat to her. Like bare minimum. So yeah, that conversation should only be going one way as far as I'm concerned. It should only be you auditioning for her to help, you know what I mean? Like so that she feels comfortable with you and she knows you're not gonna hurt her and harm her and yada yada yada. And I don't know how long that takes, but that's gonna take a good amount of time. It is. It ain't gonna take 1 date or 2 dates or 3 weeks or 4. It's probably gonna take some months even, right? Before she really start feeling like, okay, I could, I could ride in a car with this motherfucker.
I also feel like what you're speaking to is not necessarily an answer to the question, but proof of concept. Because I feel like if you ask me that question, I could sell you a dream. I could tell you anything, but my actions are going to show you like what type of man I am.
Either way,
I don't necessarily vibe with the question, because it's like if I tell you something and I don't do that, or if I sell you something that's false, then I mean you're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So why make it false? Yes. So why make it false? Why not make it real?
What I'm saying is that is why I don't put the value in the question, because the question isn't the actual representation. I say the action.
He's still overcoming.
This shit crazy. Hey, let me read these super chats. Hold on, y'all. I got 2 super chats I got to read. Regina Ray. Chef needs to bring lemon pledge to the table because he sound dusty. 5 more in his head. They got 10 on that boy head. Yasmin said, I don't want to pigeonhole myself means I want to be able to move the goalpost and the women be flexible when they do. Yeah. That's what that is what I'm getting from it, man. I ain't gonna even hold you. Move the goalpost to like this whole time when the men started talking about being patient and all that stuff. Like I said, the only thing that I'm getting from that is like tolerate me. I know I'm gonna let you down, but just what I'm saying? Like just put up with it. Like that's what I'm getting from it. That's what I get from it. That's what I get from it. And because you said what? Say it again, Rango.
I said I would never say something like that.
It just sounds bad. It sounds asking women.
Like be okay with a little bit of suffering. Like because
yeah.
What happens in a relationship, you should be okay with a little bit of discomfort.
Yeah.
A little bit of suffering. People go through things. Relationships go through things. You should be okay with that.
You know what I hate? One of the worst, like and I'm not even saying that it's not even true in my relationship or hasn't been. I'm just saying I hate the sentiment. When people say love is hard, I can't stand it. I can't fuck because guess what? The love between me and my children, the easiest shit I've ever experienced. It's the easiest shit I've never felt anything easier than loving my kids ever. It's effortless, right? So love actually isn't hard. Love actually is super duper easy. Super easy. Dumb easy actually. But we be out here talking about, love is hard. And, love be as hard as you make it. And most of the time, men be making it exponentially harder than it needs to be. That's the point. That's what I be trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to help men understand is that at the end of the day, the shit that you saying, Chef, the shit that Dale was saying, that's the shit that's your relationship going to end in demise. Or you never going to find somebody. Because y'all not, to me, I'm not hearing you actually like thinking about these things deeply enough to actually be these people. Because you do have to think deeply to be the person that we're describing. You ain't just gonna wake up one day and be that person more than likely. This is gonna take effort. But it seems like you're not doing the work now and you're just billing it as like, well, that's a loaded question. If it's a loaded question, that means there's 1,000 answers that you can give that could fit. But yet you found a way to give all the wrong ones. How was that possible? You could have said anything. You said 7 wrong things.
If it's 1,000 answers that can fit, who's to say what the wrong answer is? That's my point.
The average human being.
The wrong answer is how you view what the correct answer should be. That's the wrong. Everything that's not what you think the right answer is a wrong. It's
going to be a wrong. I hear you.
That's why I say it's a loaded question.
So Chef, are you familiar? You're familiar with the concept of like an objective truth, right?
But again, I do understand.
Okay. So yeah. So if
objective truth, that would be what holds true for most men.
For most people, no.
But that means I'm not the one answering the question. There, we're speaking for
what I'm saying is that, sir, if I said that most women want a man who is going to be loyal to them and not cheat on them, would you agree that is an objective truth or not?
I would.
Okay, you could have said that loyalty.
But that doesn't mean I don't value those things. That's my point.
But to the person that's but listen, sir, to the person that's listening to you, when you.
That's my point. That does not mean that I don't value those things as well, bro.
It doesn't. But it doesn't sound like you do.
Asking me how I answered it because I didn't answer the question the way you asked me.
The way that most. Hold on. Wait. Nope. Hold on, Chef. Take it back. The way that most people would expect you to answer the question, not just me. That's what I'm saying. That's where the objective truth comes in. Could you think objectively, if you were talking to a person, that's why I gave you the other scenario, the analogy with the job. If you answer the question that way at a job, how do you think they will respond to that? If you give a platitude or vague ass question, a response to a question that is specific like that, or one that's like, just because like it's an open-ended question. I wouldn't even say it's a loaded question. It's just an open-ended question, right? What do you, and let's change the verbiage, right? Not what do you bring to the table? In what ways do you think you can be, in what ways do you think you can add value to another human being's life? I think that's a very good question.
And this is why I say I don't like the questions, because we're talking about again objective truths, which would mean I would have to give you a very generic answer to meet what you consider the objective truth would be. So that would mean, again, to the question you just asked, that would mean my answer would be being a supportive partner, doing as best as I can to come in and be supportive. What else? Bills. If not paying all of those bills, being as supportive as I can, try and cover as much to ease the burden as much as I can to make life as easier. These are all very.
That boy crashing out.
What I'm saying, these are all very like generic answers, though.
These are bad, but these are all bad answers, though. I agree, these are bad answers.
I'm intentionally just saying the most generic things that I'm like off the top of my head. I was just spitting out generic answers.
But why you want to speak in parables and riddles and try to seem
let Rango go, y'all. Hold on, Chef. Hold on, brother. Take a breath. Let me read the super chat and I want Rango to go. Tawana said, "That's why I love religion, yet am not religious, because it makes a woman dumb for a devil." Go ahead, Rango.
It's about how you say it. That's why we brought up the interview as an analogy. I've been an interviewer before, right? And while I was interviewing people, I heard the same thing, just worded 3,000 different times.
Yep.
It's about how you say it.
That's important.
To a woman and she asks you, what you bring to the table? Oh, I'm going to pay the bills. Oh, I'm going to make sure you're taken care of, and blah, blah, blah. She's not going to want to hear that.
Yep.
She's going to take her shit and leave, because what? Another man can do that.
It also,
he words it right.
But Rango, to your point, I love that you said that, because also what it shows is, it shows your intelligence, first and foremost. It also shows the depth of understanding you have of that concept. The better you explain it, right? The better you can explain it, and you can make, you can sell it to me, right? So you make me believe it more. So if you're right, Chef, if you just said bills, I'm going to pay most of the bills. I don't buy into that. I don't believe you so much, right? Like that don't sound right. But if you said, like, my phrase is economically viable, I'm going to be economically viable, and I'm going to be financially responsible. I'm not really into overspending. I'm going to make sure that I budget really well. I'm not going to be trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't really care about having, worrying about what our neighbors have or whatever the case may be. I'm going to always try to make the best financial decisions for the family. I'm going to always keep the family in mind. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see how much better that sounds? And I'm going to pay all the bills and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's a generic answer. You're right. They're both generic. But one of them just sounds 20 times fucking better. One of them sounds believable. One of them sounds that you actually understand what you're talking about. Maybe you actually do the shit in real life even. That's what I'm saying. You acting like that don't matter. Like, no, that don't matter because I could just sell you a bill of goods. You could. But you got to think that even the person that's trying to sell that to them, they got to be really, really smart. They have to have a lot of they have to have a high level of EQ to understand that A, that's what they want to hear, and B, articulate it and convey it to the person in a way that is convincing. So even that in and of itself is a talent. So don't sell yourself so short. Like, it's not. Go ahead, BBG.
I feel like that. I mean, I want to say this real quick because I said earlier that if you don't have a real answer to that question, like it's going to seem like it's worded incorrectly or all of these things because you don't actually have an answer to that question. And while y'all were having that conversation, me and my husband, I asked him like, what is it that you feel like you bring to the table? What was he just messed me up with his answer. What was your answer?
My answer was that I'm going to bring to the table.
But what was the part you said last?
Because as long as you're here, what else like? That's not generic.
What did he say? I missed it.
He said as long as I'm there, what else does he need at the table? I don't need to bring anything to the table.
That's vague.
That's not generic. Old man.
That's vague, yeah.
It's vague, but it's not, because a lot of women, when you talk about bringing something to a table, when you talk about like whether or not you're providing something for somebody else, the irony is a lot of these like very quote unquote traditional men love the idea of asking a woman what she brings to the table, knowing good and doggone well that they subscribe to gender roles, and they want to brag about bills, they want to brag about money, they want to brag about like all of these other random things that have zero to do with the relationship when it comes to what they bring to the table. When the reality is, when women are asking that, it for sure is a trick question, because they are asking, what kind of relationship will we have? And I can say wholeheartedly that I know, obviously from the interaction that I just had with my own husband, that when you're the kind of man who is providing for a woman love and care and compassion, you don't care what she brings to the table. As long as she at the table, you don't care what she brings to the
also,
table. Also,
BPG.
To matter.
Also, your husband, I mean, him answering that question to you makes sense because he's already proven that to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's completely different, because he says that, and it's like you're gonna be like, yeah, I know, nigga, you've been, you know what I mean? Like, you've been really doing that this whole time. So what can you say? But if y'all had just met and he said that, you would be like, okay, like, be real, like, you would be like.
The funny part is when we first met, he was like that though. And that's the thing. A lot of guys, they say it because if you notice, even earlier, Chef was like, well, yeah, I could have said that. I could have said this. Yeah, there's 1,000 answers, but what's the real answer? What answer are you actually choosing and standing on? For a lot of dudes, they give answers. They want to know what the answers that women are looking for, so that they can just repeat what it is women are saying, as opposed to standing on like, look, I want to love you. I want to have experiences with you. I want to travel with you. I want to raise kids with you. I want to grow old with you. They can't actually stand on that because of the fact that, for one, they marrying people they don't like so that their friends and their family can be impressed. And then they're getting in relationships with these people and they like, okay, well, what else do she bring to the table? Because I don't even like this lady. And this dinner getting real irritating. Like, she fine. And yeah, my homeboys dap me up when they see her. And, my uncle impressed. But what else you bring to the table? Because they not having a good experience at that table. That's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Public, real quick, because I'm about to go to bed.
Okay.
My duties. Hey, y'all. It's 630 of y'all in here being nosy. And if y'all tapping in them comments, y'all can tap that screen. Tap it till you see confetti. Okay? 200K likes right now. Like, y'all can do it. I believe in you. And second, I'm still overcoming. So I ain't going to listen. Take a shot every time GV say based on attraction.
Where GV at, man? He came up and dropped. I wanted to hear him say that shit. I need my daily dose of based on attraction. That shit crazy. Put a blue heart in the chat every time GV said based on attraction until it build up. Let's see how many blue hearts we get by the end of the live.
God's vessel, come back up.
We needed that, man. Hey, I appreciate you. All right, Kay. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's get up to 200,000, like Kay said. Bang the cash app one time. Let's keep the live alive. It's right there. $1 a do you. We got 631 people in here. Y'all know what it is. Support it. Y'all don't support black businesses, you a hater. Yeah, we looking for G Vizzle, man. Come on up, brother. Go ahead, Rango. I wanted Rango to finish what he was saying earlier.
Yeah, but when I look at that question, when I get asked, I think of it differently. I think of we are about to be in a relationship together. How do you see us being successful? How can you apply these traits for this relationship to be successful? It's the exact same question they asked you at a job. If you can't answer that, then you don't need to be in a relationship. That's just how I see it.
That's fair. You disagree with that, Chef?
I don't disagree with it, but what I'm saying, and the point that I've always said is not being able to answer the question and giving an answer that you feel is a suitable answer are two different things. That's literally the exact same point I've made. To that point, we just heard BPG. She said her husband answered the question, and she also said that he's always answered the question that way. And we both agreed that what he said was rather vague as far as the answer goes. But it was a sufficient answer for her.
Yeah, but
so what I'm saying is there is no. So what I'm saying,
you know why it's sufficient?
Go ahead, man.
I'm asking you. Do you know why it's sufficient?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me. Go ahead.
Because they married. They wasn't married.
She said no. She said he was answering. He answered the question like that in the beginning.
Before they got married, he was talking like that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Which was my point. The answer was sufficient for her.
True.
It's not whether the answer is quote unquote vague or not. It's whether it's what you need to hear to feel safe, to feel secure in the relationship. And that's not something that you can objectively say because it's different for every woman. What every woman needs to feel safe is a different answer.
So Trina, hold on.
You can't apply objective truth because every woman objectively is not the same. Every woman objectively is not the same.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me read this cash app. Trina said, "Why are men so obsessed with control over women? Because we're told that women are things for us to possess." I mean, that's what society teaches men, is that women are objects for men to possess and to control. So that's what we expect. That's our expectation of women, is a toy, a plaything. I don't know if you were whoever was talking. Hey, G Vizzle, what's good? GV, is you with me? What's good with it, man? How you feeling, man? Unmute that mic, brother. You on the road?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Hey, I like it when you don't have a lot of background noise. You ain't gotta mute that fast, brother. If you ain't got no background noise, you can keep the mic, you can keep it unmuted. We can just talk like normal. So I know this topic right up your alley. Cause you big on watching what women do and not listening to what they say. So what do the women be saying versus what they be doing?
They be saying that men need to step up and do better, and they need to become better human beings, but they sleep with whoever they are extremely attracted to based on attraction. If you will.
Based on attraction. Got you. Uh-huh. All right. That's an interesting take. I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, it's complete hypocrisy. In all honesty, I try to understand and listen to them, but their actions are not matching up with what they say.
And so you don't think women deserve to sleep with men that they find attractive, GV?
Yes, they do. They can do that by all means. But my thing is, just don't complain when he if you sleep with a man based on attraction, just don't complain when he sleep with your sister or your cousin. Just deal with it. Don't get on social media again and talk about men to do this, men to do that. You got who you wanted. You got who you liked.
Right? Wait. So you're saying that if a woman sleeps with a man because she's attracted to him, and then he abuses her, that she can't complain about it? Are you fucking serious?
I'm saying that if a woman give a man access based on attraction only,
okay.
If a woman give a man access based on attraction only, then whatever he does after that, deal with it, because he wasn't never supposed to get access based on attraction alone.
But what does that have to do with him abusing her, bro?
Abusing her, like
cheating on her is abusive. So why is that her? Why can't she complain? You see what I'm saying? So what if you slept with a dude simply because of how he looked? That he definitely cheating on him. I don't understand the logic in that.
Because I'm saying this is the thing. You can't reward somebody access to your body based on attraction and then complain about their actions.
Of course you can. Of course you can, sir. Of course you can. That doesn't make any sense. How much sense does that make?
I have to agree with the host on that one. That's kind of wild. That don't really make much sense to me either. I didn't believe in it. If two people consensually decide to do an act, that has no other ramification, or that shouldn't have any other ramifications anywhere else. That's not now a license for you to dog me out. I agree with the host on that one. That was kind of wild. I'm saying if a woman give a man access based on attraction, and she looking for like him to be give her more than that, she shouldn't get mad about whatever happens after that. If she just giving, like, if they not in a relationship, they not really serious and nothing like that, but she just gave them access based on attraction.
So that justifies their experiencing infidelity? Is that what you're saying? I hope not. Like,
he literally what he's all the
what she gave him access based on attraction, then as soon as that quote unquote access is over, he's supposed to go about his way. It shouldn't be you ain't even supposed to be lingering around.
Facts.
If y'all just pulled up for whatever y'all pulled up for, then as soon as y'all done, y'all supposed to go y'all separate ways. There ain't supposed to be no abuse or none of that. Like, you're supposed to go about your business. My point exactly. So I'm saying that a lot of women give men access based on
Chantel,
but they be expecting more. They be expecting
basic bare minimum respect of you not sleeping with her friends. They put 5 on GV head. Ugly men do women wrong too. Also, attraction is more than physical attraction. Get him off of here. They put 10 on his head total. GV, man, you got to make it make sense, brother. Basically, what everybody is hearing is you are justifying women getting abused simply because they wanted to sleep with a man based on his attraction. And that doesn't make any sense. That's not like one of those things isn't equal. That's not like a punishment. You see what I'm saying?
So let me reverse this scenario.
No. Hold on. Let GV respond and then go. Go ahead, GV. Make that make sense.
So if a woman give a man access based on attraction and he go do whatever he want to do, first of all, he don't have no loyalty or obligation to her.
So why would she complain? So why would she complain? That's what I'm saying. The scenario you're describing, there must be some agreement made. There had to be an agreement made at some point in time where the expectation for him was to not do the thing that you're saying he did, right? And then so let's say they're in a relationship, or he said that they were exclusive, or maybe even just lied and said that he really liked her, whatever the case may be. Men do that all the time too. They sleep together, and then he turns around and violates that agreement, and you're basically telling her that she shouldn't have anything to say because you let him hit based on attraction. You think that that's logical?
No, I'm saying without any agreements. I'm saying without any, if they don't make any agreements.
What woman is complaining about a man that she ain't got no ties to? Be fucking for real. Like what?
A lot of women do that to men that they give access to. They expect them to give them some type of loyalty, and it's not set.
Usually those men be lying, GV. They be saying that. Hold on. They be saying that they like you. Like I said, the men be like, oh, you know I really like you. Oh, she be like, you just ain't gonna get none and leave. No, I really like, I can see this going somewhere. Whole time he like this. He Michael Jackson in Thriller, right? So that's what be happening. But I gotta read the super chat because this shit perfect. IKP said, so if you give a woman access to your money based on your attraction to her, she could do whatever she wants to you. And y'all,
that was the question. That was the other reverse I was gonna say. So if you meet a chick and y'all mutually decide that y'all gonna, do whatever adult activities or whatever, and you wake up, your wallet gone, your bank account is empty or whatever like that, then you just gotta chalk that up as an L, right?
You asked for it. You asked for it.
Because you slept with her and she can do whatever now. Is that what
that's what he's saying, Chef.
That doesn't make sense.
What? Wait. Why aren't you saying that? Why aren't you saying that?
Is this not what I'm saying?
What? That is. Wait. That's
the equivalent of what you're saying.
That's what you're saying.
Oh, look, you're saying that a woman should have to deal with whatever happens after her and a man have intercourse because she gave. But that's the same scenario, bro.
Bro, that is literally what you're saying, GV.
If you have intercourse with a woman and she robs you blind and takes every dollar that you have, then you just got to deal with that because y'all had sex.
Or I'll give you one better. Or I'll give you. It ain't got to be that extreme, Chef. You slept with the girl you led with your money. You slept with her, and then she turned around and sleep with your homies. Same shit you was describing.
I'm saying some, not all. Some women expect automatic loyalty once they give a man access.
Cap.
On the tricks.
Cap. 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 Cap.
I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. I think most women just want you to just not lie. I think they just want honesty. Like, to be honest with you, and since we talking about this scenario, I feel like if a lot of men were more honest, I feel like a lot of women probably wouldn't have a problem with like casual interactions with men. But the fact is, like, low key, if we're keeping it 100, men do be lying for the sake of trying to get paid.
Y'all telling me, no women never give access to the men they like and expect automatic loyalty. They don't never happen. This is what y'all telling me, right?
JV, if they don't have ties, they not expecting none of that.
She's not naive about what the situation is, bro. If y'all not together, she's aware that y'all not together.
I ain't never had a woman sleep with me and then the next day be on some like, we go together now. Like what? Never. I never had to say nothing either. Our time together was our time together. Never. Like, I don't know what you talking about, GV. That's make believe.
What typically happens though is y'all have y'all time together and low key. And again, if we just gonna speak honestly, low key, the woman is the one that play it thorough. She gonna let it be what it is. But at the same time, when she let it be what it is, that also means that she entertaining other people.
Yep. And the dude be wanting to keep her.
Most men low key have, most men be wanting to have her ducked off and not mess with nobody else.
Yep.
So
they'll lie and be like, oh, you know I only like you.
To try and get her like isolated off.
Yep.
From doing her.
Yep.
If we just gonna be honest.
That's exactly what's happening, GV. That's what I'm saying. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 men up here, GV. You gonna tell us we all lying? Because I think all of us pretty much got the same take on this, that what you're saying, that's not true.
So what I'm saying, it's never happened before. It don't never happen, right?
I'll start from the top. Ambassador, look, have you ever experienced that? Has that ever happened to you? No. Chef, has that ever happened to you?
No.
Rango, has that ever happened to you?
Hold on. Hold on. Now, there was this, and this wasn't even a woman I slept with. This was like a legitimate crazy person, so I'm not going to count that.
Okay, let's leave out the crazy people. Let's leave out the crazy people.
Most biases know that.
Okay, Rango, has that ever happened to you? That shit never happened to me.
Say no. Look, this is what 4 or 5 men.
GV, come on, bro. You can't. I mean, if it's as prevalent as you describing, one of it would have hit one. Hear what I'm saying. Fuck it, I'll expand it. Have y'all ever seen it happen to somebody else? Have you ever even heard of? I've never even heard of what you're describing, GV. I've never heard of it before until you said it. Huh? Most of the time.
If you just play the scenario as, hey, look, I find you physically attractive, you find me physically attractive, and we're gonna do, adult activities or whatever like that. If you play the situation like that, from my experience and most of the men that I know, it usually doesn't go any further than that unless one or both parties make a decision of, hey,
man,
this for a while or something like that, and then maybe a conversation will be had.
This that lie men tell. Hold on, Chef. This that lie men tell that women are more attached to men after sex than men are to, like, that's the lie.
Yeah.
We got to stop. I'm telling y'all today, that lie got to stop in 2024. That's a fucking lie. Hey man, women can hunch and walk away. I think they better at the shit, low key. Cause like Chef was saying, when men hunch a woman, cause I'm gonna say whatever. I don't think men like women in general. And I'm not, that don't mean that men are gay. I'm not saying men are gay. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think we actually genuinely like women. I don't. As a group, we don't. I'm not saying Chef don't. I ain't saying GV don't. Whatever, y'all can say you love women. Fine. As a group, I don't think men really like women, right? I do, however, think we love sex. That I know for sure. And we like it in abundance, and we like it with a lot of different people. And one thing that men do, especially when we single, is a lot of men, if you can do it, we try to have a rotation. Is that not true? We not, because we don't ever want to have a dry moment. We need a rotation. We need a rotation. To keep the rotation in place, you got to think about it. A lot of times, that's when the men, that, like Ambassador was saying, that's when you get to lying and manipulating, and you get to cupcaking on the phone when you know you don't really like her like that. You talking to her in the wee hours of the morning, just to, you know what I'm saying? So she ain't talking to nobody else. Like, you doing what you got to do. This girl, you already know she good. She ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like, she ain't gonna go nowhere. You got Sally, she ain't gonna do nothing, but you just need one more on the roster, that's what men be like. That be the type of time I'm not saying most dudes be on that time, because most dudes don't even have access to women. I'm just saying, when you do, that be the type of time that men be on in those instances. So when I be hearing men acting like women just be going, like, I've heard men try to act like women just be going crazy over the D, and I'm like, nah, they didn't go crazy over your D because you didn't even make her come, bro. She went crazy because you lied to her. It'd be like, look, what be happening with men is it's a thin line between love and hate. And the men be Martin, and they be acting like they ain't never led that woman on, and they didn't pursue that woman, and they didn't buy that woman crystals and do all this type of shit to her, and then sleep with her after she done told the man for 2 months, please don't break my heart. Just don't lie to me. Don't do, like, over and over and over and over again. Then he does the exact thing that she said don't do. And then when she react to it, oh man, I be driving them crazy with nah, nigga, you be driving them crazy with them fucking lies. You be driving them crazy with the false promises. That's what drove him crazy. That's be the thing. So GV, I don't know what you're talking about. The thing I'm describing, like I said, they made a whole movie about it. It's so common, they made a whole movie about it, GV. Just so before you say, the thing you describing, you've never seen it. You've never seen it. It's only happening. It's a figment of your imagination. The thing I'm describing, I've literally seen it play out in movies and plays and books and in real life. over and over and over again.
I've seen it more than once.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Man, I can't stand the lying.
Just again, for clarity, what you're saying is you've seen a situation personally where it was two people having intercourse, and that without no misleading, no, hey, how was your day? No, hey, what you doing? No, hey, let's go get a bite to eat. No, none of that. The woman just on her own just started catching feelings for this dude. That's what you're saying.
like right?
I've seen a player type man tell a woman it's not gonna be no kind of relationship, nothing.
That's not what we talking about though. Telling a woman that it's not going to be a relationship and still doing relationship stuff with her.
It's confusing. That's confusing. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of men saying one thing and then doing the other. Men will say, "Oh, I don't like you like that," and then take you out and do all the relationship shit. And it's like, okay, I guess is this how you treat the people you don't like? So it's confusing. That's what I'm saying.
So it ain't necessarily what you say is how you carry it. If you saying one thing and you ain't switching up on it, you're not doing.
I've been reading the super chats.
Doing all of that other stuff. She gonna carry it the same way you carry it. It ain't gonna get different until you start interjecting all of that.
I gotta read these super chats. Goddess Cole said, I gotta sing it too because that's one of my favorite songs. She said, "I really don't know what you came in for." Round and around we go. They put $5 on God's vessel. Miss Not For Everyone.
Hey, tell them stop taking out of their rent money now.
Nah, man, I ain't telling them nothing. This day money. Miss Not For Everyone. If that's the case, then no women should sleep with GV. Problem solved. I agree.
As long as I get $100 bills, I wouldn't care about none of that.
GV said he rub on his pickle with $100 bill in his hand. Just so y'all know, he don't care. He don't care about the paper cuts or nothing. Okay.
That's crazy.
Miss Truth Teller. Miss Truth Teller said, as a woman, I want to say it's a lie that men always want sex only. I have definitely dealt with men being more attracted than I was. Of course. That's the shit that that's what I'm saying. Why dudes gotta lie about that shit?
I've seen player type men tell a woman it ain't gonna be nothing, and then she'll still be like, "No, we go together real bad. I know you told me you a player. I know you told me this and that, but we go together." I done seen it. But this
Hold on, let Ambassador go, yo. Hey, Ambassador, your mic is low, so when you talking, we can't really hear you. So you gotta yeah, your mic low. I can see your box lighting up, but I don't even know if you be talking half the time. But you good. Okay, go ahead, Chef. Yeah, y'all.
This is what we saying, GV. The player type dude that you talking about, 9 times out of 10, he's still taking her, even though he's saying this ain't gonna be nothing serious. He's still engaging with her on a level other than
Don't players lie? Ain't that what players do? Don't they lie? Ain't that their whole life is the lie?
Even if you remember that movie back in the 90s, Def Jam's How to Be a Player, even if you remember that movie.
Yeah, I remember.
It was never just the intercourse with any of those women. He was doing whatever that thing was. If it was the nurse, he was, oh, I'm so sick, and he was
Nah, it was definitely just the smacks with them women, brother.
Nah, man.
Yeah, bro. He was rolled. Nah, brother.
He had connections.
No, he didn't. He did not. He was role playing. Brother.
Go back and watch it again.
I know the movie front to back. What you talking about? You ain't got to tell me. You ain't even old enough, nigga. I saw it in the movie theaters. What you talking about? Go back and watch it. I seen it in the theaters, brother. I don't know, because you said the movie back in the 90s as if like niggas wasn't there, but I hear you though. Nah, but no, he didn't have a connection with them. He was just fulfilling their fantasy because he was role playing. He had the lady in the whips and chains, and he would do the BDSM. He was a doctor. I mean, he was he was a sick patient for the nurse. He was I don't know what he was doing with Bernie Mac wife. He just walked in and just knocked that down. Like it wasn't no like he was selling them really. His whole thing was, only thing he sold them on was he was exclusively, you know what I mean, like their man type shit. I won't say boyfriend, but you know, they were exclusive. I think that's what he sold them on. That was all I got from it. But I don't think he was fulfilling like no other whatever for them.
That's what he sold them on, because if you remember in the movie, he had a picture frame where he would cycle through the pictures.
Each woman, and he would play each picture out.
Yeah, he would change out each picture. But like that's just reiterating the point that he was just flat out lying. Like he wasn't upfront with them women. He wasn't like, you know, trying to be honest with them. He literally was just kind of trying to play a game, and he never actually told any of those women that he was like exclusive with them, but he also never told them that he wasn't. Like he just did a bunch of things
only
like as if they were in a relationship.
Only Lark Voorhees, that was his girl. That was his girl. And I see why, because she was crazy. She was bad. But the rest of them, he was like playing that game, like you said, he was lying. Damn, that movie crazy, man. But wait, go ahead, Ambassador. We gotta let Ambassador go.
GB was saying and what y'all said is that, you know, even if he did see that type of scenario going forward in a relationship that he may be familiar with or whatever the case may be, and the women may have turned on the man or whatever without the man even actually doing anything, it's usually because they're getting fed up with how men are. So when a man says, I don't do this, I don't do that, they're so used to a man not really keeping his word. And so they say, well, shoot, what the heck? He's just saying what he's saying. He hasn't shown me anything to grow up with, anything consistent. So, hey, I know he's liable to step outside of this relationship at any given time. So I think that's what he's probably seeing, that women are stepping out of a relationship and cheating on another dude because there are other areas in that man's life that are very inconsistent. So if he's inconsistent in that area, then he's going to be more liable to be inconsistent in this relationship, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Damn. So GV.
I'm here.
So my question to you is, why even if I give you that some women have done what you're describing, why are you so beholden to this idea? Because we both know that it ain't nowhere near a significant amount of women that do this. Right? Isn't it safe to say now at this point, the jig is up, that like the vast majority of women don't do this and have never done this, and the majority of men have never seen this and never done, like, so isn't this like, so why are you so hyper fixated on this idea? That's what makes us think this happened to you directly.
Because I've seen women do so many things that they say that they don't do for the men that they're extremely attracted. I've had friends that have sex with the baddest girl at the job in the bathroom because they extremely attracted to, but they are sweeping down. They don't even do stuff like that. They were sweeping down. They never do stuff like that. But
nigga,
for the men
what?
That they are extremely attracted to, they are different people for the men that they are extremely attracted to. But I think wait, hold on, Chef. Hold on, bro. I gotta get to the relevancy. What is the relevancy of that? What does that mean? So what? Who cares if they hunched? What do you say? Seriously, GB, what is the point in that? What was the point in that? She was so attracted to a dude, so they hunched at work, and that's a problem? And you're mad because she ain't gonna go around and go, yeah, I'll be hunching at work. Like, is that what you telling me? Like, that's the problem because she ain't telling everybody that she be hunching. Like, I'm missing it. I'm not mad. I'm saying that most women will act like they don't do that, and they don't know women that have ever done that. So this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. And y'all, GV, you tried to smash a chick at your job after she had, or after or before, after, hold on, let me get out. Whoa, let me get the question out. Tell me if I'm wrong. You tried to smash a woman at your job who had either already smashed a dude at your job or
she turned you down and later smashed a dude at your job. Right? That's not what happened?
No, not for me. Look, man, I've seen a woman let a man move in.
A woman who you was trying to move in with, she let a cuter dude move in and you was mad.
Because I don't depend on women. I'm a man. I don't depend on women for nothing.
I got you. Okay. That's fair.
But I've seen a woman meet a dude at 5:30 p.m. and he living with her at 5:35 p.m.
And what crack infested neighborhood are you talking about? Because that don't where are we talking about? Like be fucking for real, bro. I'm a project baby. You not finna fucking tell me. I've never seen that before. I done seen some wild shit. I've never seen that before.
And even if that was to happen, that still is very different than the scenario you said where it's just two people sleeping together and she just catches feelings. If he's moving at her spot, there was obviously a conversation past just text that occurred. So that's still very different than what you said.
And the part he's
it's a whole different scenario.
Why would you ever know that at 5:30 she met him and then at 5:30?
Exactly. How is he beep? I swear to God, I'm sitting there like, how he getting all this information out of these people? How he getting all this information? I'm sitting there like, ain't no way these people just telling this man that they met at 5:30 and by 7 o'clock they was to get like, who told you that, bro?
This is the part that men don't want to admit is that truth be told, they be helping their homeboys in these bad scenarios, and then when it go left, they want to act like they don't know how, when, what, where, why. Because if you know that they met and he had no recollection of the woman before 5:30, and at 5:35 they was moving together, the part that you don't want to admit is that you was packing up the Hellcat and you was in there helping them fold towels and put boxes in the bag so that you could help him move in with that lady. That's the part.
Hold on, let me read the super chat. GV, and you can go. Maud said, GV's point sounds like harem anime, a fantasy. Guy does nothing but somehow many women lust after him. And I don't know what that is. Sundari, that plans their wedding. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that word. That's a crazy word. Sundir, maybe? Sundir? I don't know. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. That was above my pay grade. That's the illiteracy is creeping. But no, GV, on some real shit, fam. Can you not, just for 1 second, on some real for real shit, be real. Ain't nobody told you that shit, right?
I seen it.
Nah. How did you see it? See what I'm saying? That shit is that's a lie. How did you see it? Be fucking, bro, be for real for right now on some real shit. How did you see it? That don't make sense. How could you see it?
Because look. I'm standing outside with one of my friends. He talking to this chick. He's talking to this chick or whatever. They get the conversation. We outside the apartments. He's talking about he hard up or whatever, which he was. I don't know what he told her, but he moved in 5 minutes later.
And Public, let me ask you this question real quick, Public. Have you seen that movie with Ray Charles, the one with Jamie Foxx, right?
Right. Yeah.
He was sleeping with the women for rent. When he was sleeping with the women for rent.
The old woman.
No. I'm talking about that scene. I forgot that lady name, but he was that song something like that. But
hit the road jack or whatever.
Hold on, let me read these two. GV new name is Bruh Man from the 5th floor. Let me read the super chat. Bell said GV is the NPC of Pubs Live. GV for 4B. Go ahead, Ambassador. Hold on, let Ambassador go. He got to finish. Okay, so what happened in Ray when he was singing "Hit the Road Jack"?
Yeah, hit the road jack. Okay, so you remember that part where him and that woman was fighting? They were arguing with each other, and she was like,
Regina,
we having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Regina King, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was arguing with him, saying, we having a baby. I want you to come and stay with me.
Uh-huh.
And Jamie Foxx responded back saying, you're a fool. You know I'm not going to do that. You knew that from the get-go. I wasn't going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a proper scenario as to what GB is probably saying.
Nah, don't help him out, Ambassador. That's not what he's saying, bro. That is not what he's saying. No.
I'm saying this right here. The men that women are extremely attracted to, they get a whole different person. A person you ain't never seen. That same woman that you looking at, she gonna be a different person for him.
Okay, but wait. But why does that? But that's common sense. Hold on, let me read this thing. They said super chat, tell GV, please cam up, GV. That's what they want. They want you to cam up, man. They want you to cam up, GV.
Why they want me to? I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what I've seen.
They kind of want. I think camming up in this scenario would kind of help us get a better.
It'll be different if I had said that I did that. I never said that.
I think if you cammed up right now, it'll give us like a little bit more insight into what we actually dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because you sound like this. Everything you say sound like it actually happened to you. Because how could you know all of this stuff? That like what? The plots are very intricate, GV. The plots are very intricate. Like I'm like, man, this is crazy because I feel like the only time GV get real expressive and detailed is when he lying. Like when I be asking you, you be very evasive and you be like giving like very vague statements or whatever. But when you lying, you be detailed as fuck. It's 7:00 on the dot. You give us the whole rundown. Like, oh yeah, it was 5:30. Look, the sun was right here. And I'm like, damn, my nigga. Yeah, we was sitting in front of the apartments. Apartment 13. She lived in apartment 24. Look, my boy ran up. Boom. She hopped out the whip. Like, you giving us the full rundown, like my guy. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be for real for a minute, GV. Come on, brother. It's just you and me, man. It's 1,000 people collectively in here. Don't worry about it. We good.
Check this out, man. I have seen one of my friends have sex with the baddest chick at the workplace.
And you was mad.
No, I wasn't mad. No,
oh, man.
Why would I be mad?
Because you tried it. Because you tried it and she denied it.
No, look, I'm not him, bro.
I mean, we know that. That's a fucking no-brainer. We know that. I ain't never seen a man. You coochie? I heard of pocket watching before, but you coochie watching? You vagina watching? And you walked in there and breathed in all the air, huh? Just so you could be a part of it. That boy walked in there and said,
TV, can I interject for just a second? I gotta say just like a couple of really quick things.
oh my
God.
God.
Public, I don't like the way that the hat is sitting on your head.
I got it tilted, bro.
I don't like the color of your shirt. It looks like
hold on, look at the bottom.
But maybe not.
Look at the bottom.
I definitely don't like the flowers. It makes you look soft.
It do. It softens me.
I don't like the way that you laugh.
I like it, man.
I'm gonna move past that though.
That's good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But no, real talk though. Women act differently for men who they feel comfortable with.
Duh.
Who they feel safe with.
Duh. Right?
Who they feel is not going to cause them physical or emotional harm.
Or
so she felt real safe.
Or Mr. Jones, in the immortal words of GV, who she's attracted to.
Extremely attracted to.
Extremely attracted to. Sounds fair to me. Because he wants to be the Rango. Have you not put it together yet? He wants to be the guy. He's not the guy.
You know what's crazy? It's men like him, and I hate this. It's men like him that when when they get the information on what women did in the past, especially doing stuff in the bathroom with someone they know, they so quick.
They be using it to weaponize it against them. Yeah, they weaponize it against them.
Not of course, but look, when it's them though, they quick with it. They gonna let it happen.
That's why.
It don't make sense.
Hey, Rango. That's why she didn't want to say. GV said when she be saying girls will do stuff and then act like they don't do that stuff at the workplace, right? Because of niggas like you, GV. Because you gonna use it and throw it in her face. It's you. You the reason why she can't be open and be like, yeah, I be hunching that work. She gotta hide it.
You know what? I can't speak on it to a woman because I've never done it.
Obviously, you never done it. That's what that's the problem.
You telling somebody else's story. You ain't even telling your story.
They never tell their story, Chef. They never tell their stories. He had to do it. It's wicked. Damn, not gossip. Hold on, let me read this super chat, y'all. Hold on. Nikki Allen, appreciate it. She said, I believe someone told GV that. That's the lie his homeboy told when the chick went crazy on him. That's what we've been saying. The homeboys just left out them seen nothings. Them sweet nothings he was whispering in her ear. Exactly. That's what I be saying. Don't look, men, y'all should know because y'all be lying. Here be the most diabolical shit about male relationships that I cannot seem to get over at this point. Men be lying to other men. You be lying to your homies. You know how you be really talking to your girl. You know the dynamics of your relationship, but then you get in front of your homies and be like, man, nah, bro, I got her on a leash and da-da-da-da-da. Right? Cool. You know that. But you really think that your homies ain't telling you the same type of fucking lie? You don't think your homies is telling you the same lies? Nah, man, I wasn't even on her like that, bro. She texted me first. Jones, was you in here the other night when no, that was Jeff. We had old boy, he was like, this dude said he be talking to women, and then after they reject him, they find him on social media and then message him and be like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm sitting there like, what? I was like, wait, so you mean to tell me you go to a random woman at Starbucks, you hit her up, she go, no, thank you, I got a man. You leave, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, you get a message on Facebook Messenger or Instagram. Hey, man, and then look, he was so committed to the lie, we was like, prove it. We offered him 3 galaxies. We was like, yo, bro, go get the receipts. He was like, bet. This man brought back 1 receipt of this girl talking about he tried to get at her, and basically she was pregnant at the hold on, I think that's what it was. Y'all can be, if whoever was there, y'all tell me if I'm misquoting it, but she was pregnant and she didn't get at him because she was pregnant, and that was the conversation. Was like, she was like, yeah, you didn't like me or whatever, and then he was like, no, I did try to get at you, and then she was like, yeah, I was pregnant though. Basically, like, what's up now? Like, that's what I got from it. That shit was, bro, when I tell you that shit was, it's on my YouTube right now. That shit was so funny. I was like, come on, dog. Come on, bro. This shit can't be life. That's the dive. Bro, he did it in front of 700 people. Niggas be lying in front of 700 people. You know they lying to you. I swear to God, when my homies tell me shit today with their girlfriends and shit, I don't even like listening to them no more. I had to tell them, I was like, yeah, you already know I don't like, because you only tell me part of the story. I told my nigga that twice in the last 2 weeks. I said, yeah, you only tell me part of the story though. Because I've literally sat down with my homie and with his girl, and this fool done told me something, and then she told me something, and her shit in front, he told me something when it was just me and him. I'm sitting here thinking she the devil. She sat down, told me the story from her perspective. He's sitting there though, so I know she ain't lying. He didn't refute nothing she said. And I'm looking at this nigga the whole time. Halfway through the story, I turn and look at this nigga like, I know your ass didn't tell me that this woman did that to you. And he just like, drinking water and shit like he ain't lied to me. I said, yeah, bro, this shit, I ain't listening to y'all no more. Y'all always lying. Men love to go to other men so men could coddle them and treat them all delicate and shit and all gentle. And you know, you was right, Mr. Jones. Oh, chef, it's okay. You're okay. You're okay, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, that big bad woman. Oh, don't worry about her. Hey man, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. You're just too attractive. You just slept with her. You're too attractive. She's just too attracted to you. She's too attracted to you. That's what happened. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, hey man, stop. We gotta at some point in time, GV, the lies gotta stop. Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Hey, yo, the He-Man
Hold on.
Woman Haters Club is crazy, bro.
It's off the chain. It's really a diabolical organization. Like nefarious activities. Like what?
And also, I really don't get the whole premise of what you're saying anyway. It's like a woman don't have to be the same woman for every dude she encounters.
That's what.
Probably not the same.
Say that.
The same dude for every woman you've ever dated in your life. It's probably multiple versions of you that different women have encountered. So I don't say woman here to be the same woman for every.
That's what
I'm saying. The point that you're saying is that Shorty did whatever she did with dude in the bathroom, but she says she don't do that. She may genuinely not do that. That may be her first time experience. She may feel a certain level of comfort with this dude that she's never felt with anybody else, to where she could actually explore that. That don't necessarily mean she was lying about who she was. And the same way when you were a different version of yourself for a woman, you were being the real you. You just may not have been into certain things. And then you date somebody else and now, oh, I'm more open to this, or I'm in a different season of life, or you know what I'm saying? The chemistry and the relationships are different with everybody. Chef cooking for real.
That was real shit right there. That was 100% spot on right there. Bullseye. What?
Women do a lot more with the men that they are extremely.
We know. That's smart. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what he just said. Like, goddamn, we know that. But GV, hold on, wait. But GV, what GV is saying is that they should be punished for that. That's the disconnect.
They shouldn't be punished for it at all.
That's what you been. I'm about to fucking go crazy.
Hey, GB, fam, tell us you're not attractive without telling us you're not attractive. Just say that. Just say women don't find me attractive. So then, if you hold on. What this got to do with how I look? What does any of this have to do with how? See, that's what this.
Man, cam up, GV. GV, cam up.
GV, I got a question. I got another question for you, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with me.
It do. You said.
It does though, but GV is quite literally that dude where y'all telling yourselves and y'all don't know that y'all be telling on yourselves. And I can't say it enough that if you let a man talk long enough, he gonna tell you everything you need to know, because it's very much given. It ain't the size of the boat; it's the motion in the ocean. Like that's those kinds of guys always have the same responses all the time because they feel the need to defend themselves. And like even. And honestly, you just said a lot about your homeboys too, because for one, you was talking about how you know, all your focus is the money. And in 2024, being a man who's chasing paper money has got to be the most laughable thing I've ever heard in my life.
Mattress money.
For one. But also, because who is paying you cash? What are you doing? Are you selling candy? Like, and I don't even mean like, you know, illegal candy. I mean literal candy. Like you have to be a penny candy store in order to be actually getting cash in this day and age. But also, you said you had two homeboys in these scenarios that were down and out.
Oh, wait. Do we know that they're different homeboys, BPG?
First of all, I think that both of the homeboys are not only they are invisible, hypothetical, the most George Glass of niggas that you ever could probably hear of.
True.
For sure they don't exist. These are not real.
I was getting paid cash. See what I mean?
You did. You said no. You said that
you getting hundreds.
$100
Yeah, that's what you said. You said you getting hundreds.
This is the benefit of being on you as long as I was. You said $100 bills.
And I said you masturbate with them.
That don't mean it come to me in cash. It can be deposited into my bank. I can still get $100 bills without touching it. Like,
TV, this was your opportunity to just take a glass of water.
I'm a business owner. I don't get
Hey.
paid. I don't get paid
I've
cash.
listened to you for a long time. The only thing that I'm saying is that you're calling yourself out because you also said that your homeboy was down and out. That's the reason why he moved in with that lady. And then you said that this girl done hunched this man in the bathroom. We don't know if it's the same man or if it's a different man. However, we do know that you were either in the bathroom hiding or your homeboy came and told you that that's what he did. Which, truth be told, as a woman,
How did you know? Wait, hold on, BPG. Hold on, let's ask him. How did you know, GV?
because we was working in the warehouse, we could see them come out the bathroom together. I could be standing on the line when I used to work in this happened when I used to work in the warehouse. I could see both of them come outside the restroom while I'm working on the line. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, she assumed that's what happens when people assume.
that means nothing. You just assumed. You assumed that because you saw two.
He said he a creep.
That means that they was hunching in the bathroom. And it's not to say that obviously as an adult you can put two and two together that may have been the goal. You don't know if that lady did anything with him. You have no idea because she didn't tell you that, and you're saying that either he told you that or she told you that. You don't know her.
I
So
mean,
she
if we
didn't
gonna
tell
keep
you
it
that.
100,
The homeboy
they
told you that
she could have went down on it. Yes, I do, because he could have went down on it.
Hey, bro, chill out. Hey, BPG. Maybe my man, you know what I'm saying, had like a bump somewhere. She's the only person he trusted to take a look.
That's, first of all, none of that is true. And then he just said,
Hey man, we spitballing here. BPG, we spitballing here. We trying to come up with scenarios to make this shit make sense.
Hey, or it could have been a scenario, and let's keep it 100, because there's dudes out there like that too.
Hey, they said
A scenario where he went in the bathroom and he was just like, just let me taste it.
hey, they went in the bathroom. They went in the bathroom and did some.
You can't really do nothing for homie.
They went in.
the part that y'all missing is that it's getting dumber. Because like I said earlier, I said what? That if you let men talk long enough, they tell you everything you need to know. Y'all are working in a warehouse, right? You said that the reason, I asked if the reason you knew was because either he told you or she told you. You said that ain't the case. You said that he recorded it. You telling me with a straight face that this dummy went into a job in a warehouse,
What?
in the bathroom, recorded the interaction, knowing good and doggone well that is a violation.
That's against the law. That's called revenge corn.
Well, guess what? I seen
It's not just revenge corn. It's against HR though.
I know, but
It's against HR.
fuck HR, you can go to jail. That's what I'm saying. Fuck HR, you can go to jail for that shit.
And you don't know if that lady consented to him showing her that. So now you not only
you said I lied. You said I lied.
the man could have lost his job and been sued for that.
But GV, you said, I asked you, how did you know? You said I saw her come out the bathroom. But in reality, you knew because your homie showed you the video, which is.
I seen him come out the bathroom and he showed me the video.
So the thing that made you know is the video, not the coming out the bathroom. They could have been coming out the bathroom after both doing booger sugar. You don't know what the fuck they was doing. Y'all work in a warehouse. Warehouse people are nuts. I don't know. I can't read these comments. Hey,
I was trying to figure out why this story sounds like some more shit. That's all.
You ain't even been here the whole time, Mr. Jones. The shit went off the rail 20 minutes ago. We just been trying to get to the bottom of any one of these fucking stories. Oh, okay, my bad. This is shit crazy. Hold on, let me read these super chats because I think they gonna make us laugh. Goddess Code said GV be living in the Spider-Verse multiverse or something. Miss Not For Everyone said it's the George Glass syndrome. LOL. That's what BBG said. It's the George Glass syndrome. Go ahead, GV. You got to fight back at some point because it's not adding up, brother.
Trying to come up with reasons to justify that I'm lying. I ain't got no reason to lie to nobody.
You definitely lying.
The guy, one of my friends is a playboy, and he used to do stuff like that all the time.
Man, you sound so jealous of your friends. I would hate to be your friend. I would despise being your friend.
Even if you're telling the truth, you still lying because you said you wasn't telling this story to punish this girl. So you tell me what's the benefit of the story you just told? You didn't just put all her business on. You just put all her business on the internet. I didn't say no names. Stop coming at me like that. First of all, I'm bringing up a point saying that women do certain things for the men that they are extremely attracted to. You just taking it that way because you want to do that.
What?
You made that.
What?
You made that point without giving any of the story though. You decided to divulge all of the information of this story.
You done told on that lady. You said that lady, and you said that lady. Hold on. Wait. And you said that lady, be lying about hunching at work. So you was asking her, y'all was in there trying to be like, hey, you was out here fucking at work. How did you know? Y'all, you put her in a position to where she had to lie about that shit pretty much. What was she supposed to tell you? Yeah, I'll be fucking at the job. Why would she tell you that? So she can get fired?
I'm telling you, I seen two people come out the bathroom and I seen it happen on video. I seen the proof on video. That's all I'm saying.
Man, this is crazy. Go ahead, Jones.
You know how many times I talk about other adults' sex life?
Never.
Not once.
Never.
Not if I wasn't involved in whatever the fuck was going on, it's not my business.
It ain't none of my business.
It sounds like something that happened in high school. It's the kind of story that you tell in high school.
Look, I brought that up to make a point.
And I know, but your point was weak in the beginning, and that's why you just keep spiraling, because the point was always bullshit. And that's why GV.
No, the point was that women do extra stuff that they wouldn't normally do
for extremely. We know, bro, and that you think. Hold on, wait, Chef. Hold on. That you think that's profound is disturbing to me. That's not. That is like Mr. Jones said. Like Chef said. We all understand that. That's common sense. Like, what the fuck? Do you not look, sir? Do you eat all of the food? If you got a plate full of food in front of you, do you eat every serving of food at the same rate? No. The shit, when it tastes better, you eat it faster, right? Everybody know that. That don't mean
even to further that point, if somebody gave you a plate of food and there's stuff on the food, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's stuff on the plate that you don't necessarily eat. You gonna eat the food that you like and not the food that you don't.
Exactly. And he like, basically after you eat the food, whatever happens to you, like, oh, you deserve that. Like, nigga, what? Huh? Like, no, nobody deserves punishment for doing the thing that they like to do when the thing that they like to do wasn't bad in and of itself. If two people want to sleep together and they sign up to sleep together, she shouldn't be punished for that.
I never said that they should be punished.
Sir, you've been saying that. Jesus Christ,
you said that a woman should accept whatever happens after she opens up her body to a man.
That's nuts.
That's what you said.
That's the same fucking thing, GV. Sorry to tell you, that's the same thing. You think women should be punished for that shit?
I think that if he do whatever he want to do, like sleep with other women, she shouldn't get mad because they don't have no obligation to each other. That's what I was saying.
But no woman does. That was what we were saying. Hold on, y'all. Am I missing something? We already went through that. We already said, yeah, nobody, but because no woman would actually get mad at a man for doing that. You know how rare that, like, look, brother, I'm again all right now. You right. There's probably some woman somewhere that slept with some dude, and that was the case. Yes, okay. You ain't seen it though. I don't believe you. But has it happened in the history of niggerdom? Absolutely. Absolutely. Fuck it. Somewhere. I don't know if it happened on the plantation. I don't know if it happened in the 70s. I don't fucking know. But it happened. I will give you that. But the way you the way you frame it, as if, because this is what I've been saying this whole time, you're framing it is as if it is common. All right, Jones, you're framing it like it's common. And that's the problem. Stop doing it. It's not common. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You've never seen it. I've never seen it. Chef's never seen it. Rango, BPG, Jones, none of us have ever seen it.
So you saying that I shouldn't bring it up because it's not common?
We almost there. We're almost there. You almost on it. Not only is it not common, but it's also wrong. Like, even beyond that, it's stupid.
Even if she did do, like, bro, why would she, if, here's what I'm saying. If she sleeps with a dude and she, like BPG was saying and like Chef was saying with How to Be a Player, he doesn't say we're not together. He doesn't say we're not together. But every time she comes over, he got a picture of her up on his nightstand. But he never said we together. This GV thinking. Then he goes out and bangs her sister, or not even her sister, some other woman, sleeps with some other woman, and she gets upset about that. You're like, oh no, she shouldn't get upset about that. She absolutely should get upset about that. And it's perfectly rational and reasonable to have that reaction. Also, it is also reasonable, even if both of y'all is cool with whatever, it's also reasonable to feel some type of way if the person you just slept with sleeps with somebody else. I'm not saying you got any right to bring it to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got any right to whatever, but you could just be like, I'm done with him at that point. You could be hurt by it if you want to. Like, nothing is wrong with that. That's like everything you, at every corner, I'm like, what's the beef? Why are you so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just really are just beholden to this idea that women should be punished for fucking niggas, for hunching on dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Because you not getting, and that's why we keep asking you to cam up, because ain't no way if you get into some vagina, you watching another nigga get, like, bro, that don't make no sense, fam. I really couldn't care. I don't care who hunching on who, brother. Don't nobody give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I mean that from the bottom of my balls. I couldn't care less.
The point that you was making don't make sense, bro. Because the point you was getting to was that, again, the woman does different things for the men that she finds attractive. Me personally, I don't even feel like the example you gave really even works for that, because then you would have to know who she's sleeping with outside of your job. And unless you following home and keeping track of that, how you even know? How you know she don't just do that with everybody? Like, you're assuming a lot in the scenario.
A lot.
Based on this one interaction that may or may not be true. Stories, I ain't gonna let the story sound crazy.
Hey, you said it. You said it, Chef. You said it though. It's true. Fuck it. It's only one. Out of the however many women's, it's one. Like, so what? What the fuck? It ain't most women. You got one story to point to. Right. 2 stories to point to at best.
And that's the most outrageous story I've ever heard. Like, yeah.
Crazy. Hold on. Let me read the super. Let me read the super chat. Let me read the super chat. Let me read this. Let me read the super chat. Osa said $5 on GV. Y'all got 20 on that boy. How does any of this affect GV? I clean my entire home while listening to this live, and GV is still saying it's based on attraction. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of, Osa. GV must be short for gimme vagina. He don't ask nicely. Shagomaya, GV is hella weird. I'm glad he is single and chasing money. He is a great example of exactly the type of man women should run away from. They not liking you in these chats, brother. You running towards the money, huh?
Yeah, I don't do what most men do. Spend like whole weekends trying to chase women. As long as I'm getting some money, that's all I care about. I don't chase women. I want success and money. That's what a lot of men problem is. They chase women all their life and they get nowhere. I'm gonna say something to you, GV. I think you should, and I don't say this to me. I think you should focus on vagina more. Because I think that got a lot of the reason why you watching other dudes. You know what I'm saying? You watching your homies. I think you should. This was probably about 12 years ago. I mean, and you still harboring it from 12 years ago? Oh my God. Oh my God. 12 years ago? You got pointer. Nah, he got a pornographic memory. memory. You just trying to be weird and stuff. I got a photographic memory.
TV find
You
his
just trying to you got a photographic
find his
memory of somebody else getting some from 12 years ago. I didn't watch them. Let me ask GB the question. GB, if you was that man in the bathroom, right? And I end up talking about what y'all did in the bathroom. Are you not gonna get weirded out? I was gonna mention it 12 years ago. I hope you get weirded out.
That's
talking about high school highlights or something like that, bro. You remember that one? You remember that one time 12 years ago, bro? We was in that bathroom, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, hold on, GV. Hold on, y'all. Somebody said the super chat said, I'm sorry, the Cash App said GV was attracted to his homeboy. And then Goddess said you can't be chasing.
I just admired how he played women to the left. You know what I'm saying? While they were acting like they was holier than thou, and he was playing all up to the left. I just was observing.
See? The punishment. There go that punishment. They were holier than thou. Yeah, I like to see him. Go. Hold on, let me read the super chat.
They weren't like that in the first place. You like the idea that your homeboy, this wasn't a random, because remember, we started this whole thing based off of a woman meeting a man she doesn't know. She's attracted to him, and she goes and hunch him in the bathroom. And you just said out of your mouth that you liked how your homeboy played these women, how he lied to these women. He led them to believe that it was something that it was not. And then he was saying that he lied. He didn't have to lie.
We got there.
They liked him. He didn't have to lie.
Then how did he play him then? How did he play him, GV? If he didn't have to lie.
He got him in the bathroom, you know, at the workplace. It can't be both though, bro.
Yeah, how did he play him, bro?
Either he played them or they willingly participated. It can't be both.
Yeah.
The girl in the bathroom that was in the bathroom, she willingly did it.
Okay, so he didn't play her.
She didn't play her.
Okay.
He a player though.
All right, let me read the super chat. Goddess said you can't be chasing money and cooch watching, sir. And that's unless you got eyes like that one hyena in Lion King with the eyes like this, you can't have your eyes on both the prize and another nigga.
This was before
You wasn't back then. You was chasing vagina. I got you. Now you not. I got you.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So you didn't even have a story to tell of some vagina you was getting. The story you told was somebody else's.
It's never them getting the vagina, chef. You got to pay attention. It's never them.
He said he was getting to it though.
Man, y'all, you come around more often, you will see. It's never them. It's always they homie. It's never them. It's always somebody they know. Always.
I brought up him to make a point, and I made my
But
point.
you didn't make no. I swear to God, GV, don't do that. You made 0 points today. 0. Guys, Vessel, keep talking, and the plot thins. That's facts. That's facts, bro. That's not a good look, man. This one of the worst ones right here. I don't like this for you at all. That was fucked up, man. You didn't have to tell. First of all, never mind. Y'all got it. That's crazy.
I love it.
I know you do, man. You like saying wild shit to people, man. You be saying wild shit, bro. Nah, he not trolling. He really believe this shit, Rango.
12 years is crazy work. 12 years?
That was a long time ago. I don't.
It's been I was out of high school 12 years ago.
Oh, it's definitely you too old to be having these conversations than if you was out of high school 12 years ago. Yeah, you 32. I got you. What up, Rick?
I was 2 years old 12 years ago.
Okay.
Coming up here and try to help GB out. When you have these conversations, the easiest way to try to make your point is to say I'm not because if dudes would open up with I was just upset that the girls didn't pick me. That's the thing, man. Or a lot further.
They said the point he made was that hey GV, they said the point you made was you show is ugly. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, man. Y'all both talk. I can't hear shit. Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead, Rick.
What I was saying was, GB, I've been popping in and out because I'm working. But every time I pop into here, it makes it sound like you don't, like you're not getting the buns. Like
he don't get no buns. He don't. GV will tell you he don't care about buns no more.
Lead with I wasn't getting the buns, and then make your point, because then it makes your point more like now people can like empathize with you a little bit. When you put it off on your mans.
See, you know what? I don't care what people think about me.
Obviously.
Don't I show that?
We know that. Well, you be saying crazy stuff like you got 2 Hellcats and shit. You do care. You say you get into the bag. You actually do care that what we think about you. A lot.
I got a question for you. The same people who up here criticizing me, they talking bad to me. But like I said, when a racist officer pulled them over.
Oh, here we go with this bullshit. Hey, GV, can I ask you a question? Are you related to Glorilla? Cause with some of them, your inflections, a lot of times, I be wanting to go, hey, when you be talking, I'll be wanting to say that shit just like in the middle. I'll be wanting to just throw an ad lib in there just randomly. That shit, it sound good. I ain't gonna even hold you. I like it. It's a good. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. It just caught me off guard.
I'm sorry about the echo. I'm in a freezer for work right now. I apologize.
You good.
Yeah. Just in general, like y'all just lead with even when you try to have this conversation, you have to like at least be honest enough to go, yeah, the chicks didn't want me like that. That gives people a starting point to like kind of like see where you're going. But when you start saying stuff and then you go, nah, I get the buns, it's like, nigga, then why do you care?
Why do you? That's what we always be with it. Hey, GV.
What's up?
Hey, say Cuban.
Cuban.
All right. You ain't from Memphis. Okay, go ahead.
I got a question for you, GB.
This the dudes from Baltimore said Aaron earned and Iron earned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got a question for you, bro. And I mean, I understand we kind of been picking on you about the story, but I kind of legitimately like on some real shit. I kind of do want like a genuine answer on this one. So like 12 years ago when this was going on, where were you at mentally in your headspace to where it brought you pleasure to see this dude do this to these women? Because you said earlier that you felt like you liked the way he was quote unquote humbling these women that thought that they were holier than thou. So what had happened to you to that point to where that made you feel good to see that happen? Like what had been your experiences with women to where you took pleasure in that? I'm glad you asked. It's because I see so many women, they took their nose up at, hardworking, honest, legitimate men, and they go for the dudes who don't care. So when I see the playboys that don't care do what they do, I be glad.
So can I ask you, wait. I think that was a great question, Chef. So, but GV, so is it safe to say that you aren't a good man? You're not a good man, right? You're not one of the good men you're talking about, right? Hardworking, honest. You're not one of those men, right?
Yeah. That's all I do.
You are? Okay. So you think a good man will want to see a woman punished?
I don't want to see them punished.
No, my God.
What I'm saying is when women toot their nose up to good men that mean them nothing but good, and they want this 6'3" light skinned dude with dreads, and they finally get with that dude, and he play them and use them. I'm like, ain't this what y'all wanted?
So you a colorist? You think light skin niggas with dreads is that's who you like? Y'all always tell them yourself. Just say that, bro. Just say that, bro. That's crazy. Just say that, bro.
And also, bro, I gotta ask the same question that we've been asking about even the stuff in the bathroom. What do any of that got to do with you? Did you try to talk to her and she curved you? Because if not, who's she attracted to that That don't got nothing to do with you.
He gonna tell us he mad for other men. He gonna tell us he mad on behalf of some other man that she curved. Like,
you shouldn't take pleasure in seeing something foul happen to a chick if it ain't got, like, even if it did have something to do with you. Like, who she pick is who she pick, bro.
Who said that was foul? Who said that was foul? She chose to do that. He chose to do it.
that's not what you would say. How is it?
So you just said out of your own mouth, bro, that he was knocking them down because they thought that they were holier than thou. So you admitting that this is not a positive interaction that they have. They're not dealing with each other respectfully. You telling me that your boy basically dogged these chicks out. So let's talk about what we talking about now. Don't switch up. You saying your man's dogged the girls out. What I'm saying is,
I ain't say you dogged them out. I said,
right.
I said,
He definitely said that.
they act like the women that he did like that act like they holier than thou.
And how do they act holier than thou? Just because they didn't like you? That's holier than thou?
No, because I never tried to holler at them.
That's a lie, GV. That's a lie. That's a lie.
So you not only know who this man is sleeping with, you know who these women that this man is sleeping with are curving.
Exactly.
You saying that they're curving good men. So you seem to be well informed about the actions of a whole lot of people in this story, bro.
He know everything.
I got a lot of friends as playboys, and they be doing what they do.
Why didn't you learn from them? Ugly niggas could be playboys too.
What they got to do with the women curving quote unquote good men? You also said that.
But wait, GV, cam up. Prove me wrong. Just prove me wrong, dog. That's all I've been trying. All I'm trying to do is just, I want to see. Hey man, you know what? I ain't never wanted to see a man face so bad in my life. No diddy. That's all I'm saying, brother. You just it would, I think it would just, if you came up, I think everybody could just get exactly what's going on. I think it'll just tell us everything that's going on, and everything will be put to rest at that point, and we like, all right, cool.
See, why do I got a cam up and I'm not talking about me? I'm talking about somebody else.
All right, man. Yeah, you say so.
It would help your argument.
Either way, it actually would help his argument, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Either way, if you're ugly as shit, I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
It would help your argument.
That's true.
If you're a beautiful man, it would help your argument.
Yep.
This is not a loss in any way, shape, or form, because if you pull it up and you're not attractive, then people will go, okay, so he's not attractive. He has a hard time with me. He does feel a certain type of way about that, and you're also feel a certain type of way about that.
Yep.
Now the issue would be your response to the way you feel about what's happening. Like, as a short dude, I give myself, I'm short, nigga. I'm 5'8". People consider me short. I've been curved because I was short before, but like, I've still climbed trees. So I don't really focus on the ones that don't like me. I focus on who likes me.
You know what it is? GV problem is he's entitled. He think he deserved the baddest girl at the job. And then when he didn't get her and the homie got her, he was like, oh man, GV.
It's about money out here. Last time I checked, it take money to buy nice houses. It take money to buy Lamborghinis. It take money to do everything.
It take money to buy 2 Hellcats. But look, you said you wasn't on that type of time 12 years ago, G Vizzle. Keep it a bean.
And you also said it felt good to see these women get humble. So I'm saying, if none of this matters, then why did you feel good seeing that happen? If you ain't trying to talk to these girls ain't got nothing to do with you. You're not interacting with them at all. If they completely not associating with you at all, why did you feel good when somebody quote unquote humbled these women? Why did that make
it ain't just that. I like seeing playboys play. I like seeing playboys, get with all the women, not give them no money because they be asking men that they not really into for money. I like seeing, because they asking the playboys, they don't ask the playboys for nothing, but then when they get with a man they fairly attracted to, oh, he gotta have this, he gotta have that. You ain't tell the dude that's 6'6" that look like Joe Cam Noah that got the long hair. You know what I'm saying?
You love light-skinned niggas. This shit crazy. Why you keep talking about light-skinned niggas, GV? At least name a brown-skinned nigga. Can we get a brown-skinned nigga in here? You just going light. You just going straight light bright.
Because they love light-skinned dudes.
Light-skinned dudes got you in a chokehold. You have got to let that any woman because of a light-skinned man, I promise you. And honestly, from having this very exhausting conversation with you, I'm going to be completely honest. The reason why you missed out on so many of those women is because of the fact that obviously you lied without reason, without any rhyme or reason. You said that your main focus was just getting money, so you're not focused on the relationship at all. It ain't got nothing to do with no light-skinned man. I promise, whatever she did to you, her and that light-skinned man, they actually fell in love because they like you.
Let that light-skinned nigga hunch in peace. Let me read this super chat. Africa, I think she clocked it perfectly. This damn near a haiku at this point. She said, rejection equal bad women, especially if she's black. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Because, and also GV, hey man, you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I know colorism is a problem in our community, but wait, but it ain't gonna be what you think. I think they like the dark skin. They like the dark skin brothers. I think the dark skin brothers be getting the, because they the pinnacle of hyper masculine. No, GV. Dark skin black men are the pinnacle of masculine. They're like the high, like that's why the whole like light skin, dark skin trope about like light skin men. They when they get, when they get out the shower, they jump out the shower like Spider-Man. It's always feminine. Like light skin men are seen as feminine and dark skin men are seen as very masculine. So yeah, I think the dark, like Morris Chestnut was always gonna get more love than Shamar Moore. You know what I'm saying? Like Morris Chestnut, the love for Morris Chestnut gonna always run a little bit deeper than the love for Shamar Moore. No doubt about it. So I don't know, brother. Yeah. I don't know. That's my observation, right? That's my observation from what I've seen from the girlies. I'm brown skinned personally, so I guess in some circles they consider me light. So I played it however I was late on Wednesday. I was, you know what I'm saying? You needed to be whatever. I'm dark skinned, whatever, but I got in the middle. So I got to see it from both sides. But in all seriousness, I think they like the dark skin more than the light skin from my observation. But you like the light skinned niggas, and that's cool. And I ain't gonna even hold you on that one at all. Like that's your preference. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own preference.
It's weird, my boy. The way you telling this story about how you idolizing how your coworker was getting down at work, it sound weird, bro. It sound weird. It's your opinion. You're right. I agree with the opinion though. I ain't gonna even
sound weird.
My opinion, but it sound weird, bro.
Definitely was sus. But hey, man, I'm about to go eat dinner with my family. We on 3 hours. We on 3 hours and 30 minutes, y'all. We did it, Joe. We did it. We did it. Hey, man, are you not entertained? Bang the cash out one time on the way out, $1 a do. What do we have? We had about 1,000 people between it. We still got 900 people in here right now between the two. Appreciate you, YouTubes. It was fun. The super chats was super chatting, man. You gotta love that shit. Who we got up in this thing? Osa, Mrs. Storyteller, Miss Not For Everyone, Miss Truth Teller. Hold on, I say Miss Storyteller, Miss Truth Teller. My bad. Miss Poetrix. That's a dope name. Shit. Tawana, CJ Dizzle, CJD, Keita, CJD again, Tawana, Regina Renee, Yasmin, Basketball G, HB, Goddess Code, IK Peace, Maud, Bell Thanos, Nikki Allen. Hold on. I believe someone told GV that's the lie his homeboy told when the chick went crazy. Oh, yeah, we read that one. Okay. Just make sure I read everything. Eat, Pray, Yoga, Salt, Africa. That's how we do it. Everybody that bang the cash app, man. I appreciate y'all. I got the Venmos too. We bike tomorrow in the morning.